Your school. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
When it comes to bone and joint care, only one name should come to mind. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Your fellowship-trained physician's first priority is specialized orthopedic care, ranging from total joint replacement and spine surgery to shoulder surgery and sports medicine. Our surgeons provide a wide range of specialized treatments that are unparalleled anywhere in Southern Illinois. Located on Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon and St. Mary's Good Samaritans in campus, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Discover the difference.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Jeep dealer at King City Chrysler Center in Mount Vernon. Have you ever dreamed of having your own Jeep Wrangler? Imagine driving down the highway with the top down and absorbing the sun rays. Off-road, on-road, wherever you want to go has just become easier. Right now, you can receive 0% for 60 months through Ally Financial on the exciting 2011 Jeep Wrangler 2-door or 4-door. This deal is so attractive, my son Ryan just purchased a Jeep Wrangler for a college vehicle. He keeps telling me how smooth the Wrangler is on the interstate and plenty of interior room. The 2011 Jeep Wrangler is still incorporating the unique design elements that symbolize off-road capability. Come to King City Chrysler today and receive 0% for 60 months on the iconic 2011 Jeep Wrangler at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where you can count on us.
Back to Rams football, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back to the Rend Lake College pregame show on WMIX, online with video at mywithersradio.com. Regardless of where you may be, we thank you for taking us in this evening. Mount Vernon Rams, Carbondale Terriers 0-5. The Rams 3-2. The Terriers. Carbondale just a game ahead of the Rams in the conference standings at 1-1. And so you look at the teams down there. Carbondale, Danny, has come a long way. Fred Hines did some good things while he was down there. For whatever reason, the last couple of years, things should just not seem to go that way. And so now you have Dan Custer, who's in his third year, I believe, down there at the helm of Carbondale Terriers, has done some great things to try to make some adjustments, and they've really exploded over the past few seasons.
Yeah, 14-19. They actually made the playoffs in 2009, and at 5-4, happy to get in, and they got a bus ride to SHG. So, again, that was, a case of last year Carbondale finished 5th in the conference. Experiencing Custer coming from Effingham, but again, playoffs in 2009. And again, what you mentioned, in his tenure there has done a great job of turning things around.
Well, and we'll see how he continues to fare down there, because things are a-changing in the South 7 Conference landscape. The Centralia Orphans now a force to be reckoned with, and are making a case to try to stay undefeated tonight against the Cahokia Comanches. They defeated Cahokia once in their program's history. I believe that was in 2000, maybe 2001. Somewhere in the earlier part of the past decade. And so now you have them coming to your place tonight. If you're the Orphans, you have to like where you're sitting.
You have to. And, again, the key for Coach Calling and his staff tonight, as Cahokia is coming in at 2-3, and yes, they should have no problems getting up for the game, but you turn around and you look next week, Centralia has to go to Marion next week. Therefore, it's one of those deals where you have to stay focused on the task in hand tonight, then worry about that road trip to Marion next week.
And, of course, that, believe it or not, could be for a conference crown. Not saying that I would have never thunk it to be possible, but Ray Calling has turned it around pretty quickly in 3 years.
He's had a lot of success at Modern Day, and he comes into Centralia. And, you're looking at bringing in an offense kids love to be a part of, because you're always in the middle of something, receivers, quarterbacks, whatever. It's an exciting offense to play. It's an exciting brand of style. You can get a bunch of kids out that way. You can play a bunch of people, and it's player friendly. And you're going to get those kids out. You're going to get that going. You've got a new high school. You've got what will be eventually a new football field, although their home field advantage right now is pretty good, being undefeated there. But, again, Ray Calling knows how to win, and he's done it in the first 2-3 years to get the offense going. The defense is going to catch up eventually. And to me, I don't see Centralia having a downtime in football for years to come as long as Ray Calling's there.
There you have it. Rend Lake College pregame show. Rend Lake College offers over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. We'll take one final break. When we come back, we'll get you set with your Central Christian Church starting lineups, and even come at you with a Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update, as we already have one early score to report in Southern Illinois. Back in a bit. This is the Rams football pregame on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
What happens when you add a new voice and more coaches' interviews to the Saturday Sports Show? You get 2 hours of talk you can't afford to miss. If you really want to stay up to date, you'll reserve a preset for AM 940 this Saturday, immediately following the 8 o'clock news. Beware, other sports shows are just talk. The new Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and MyWintersRadio.com, presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Does this sound familiar? I can't stand this job. I just wish I had time to go back to school, but with work and family.
I know. I just enrolled in Rend Lake College's evening cosmetology program. They have evening classes that will even fit into your busy schedule. You can even graduate in less than 2 years. Classes are convenient to get to. They're in Studio RLC in Mount Vernon. They even offer financial aid.
What's this like? I've been out of school so long.
It's not your typical take notes. Listen to a lecture program. We will learn the latest styles and trends in cosmetology, and it looks like we'll have fun doing it. We'll be out on the salon floor getting hands-on experience and getting to know all kinds of people. By the time we're done, we'll be ready to jump into a new career and love our jobs for once.
Okay, how do I sign up?
I called 618-242-8459, but you can also check out their website at rlc.edu/studio-rlc or stop by the RLC Marketplace in Mount Vernon.
This is your home for Rams Radio, WMIX.
And welcome back to J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium tonight. The Mount Vernon Rams welcome the Carbondale Terriers. We're glad to have you with us as we wrap up this Rend Lake College pregame show. Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski alongside as they just announced the Rams starters here offensively. Rams will get the ball first to start things off, and we need to meet the Rams offensive starters, courtesy of Central Christian Church.
The Rams tonight, Clayton Reeves will be your quarterback. At running back will be number 3, Travis Mitchell. Dominic Gardner will be the other running back also, as well as Jacob Williamson. Wide receiver number 6, Leonta Badger. On the line will be Caleb Jones, Corey Gibson, Craig Vichy, Dan Morrison, and Eli Phillips. Your other wide receiver tonight, number 88, Aaron Burge for Jared Shaner's Mount Vernon Rams.
Those are your offensive starters presented by Central Christian Church. Discover the excitement at Central Christian Church in Mount Vernon. Central offers exciting worship experiences packed with energy and relevant teaching, as well as awesome programming for children and youth. Check out the new Central.com for service times and more information. As the Rams did not, I don't believe they won the coin toss. I think Carbondale deferred, and the Rams elected were supposed to receive. Although they are reenacting it would seem, at midfield.
Turkey Day, Detroit messed up the coin flip.
So there we go. The Rams will receive, and they will go left to right here in the first quarter. And they're all black uniforms with white numerals trimmed in orange, solid black helmets. Terriers come in with black helmets, a little bit of red worked back into the logo, white tops with black numerics, and black pants as we're about to get underway from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Quick scoreboard update, 9:40 left to go in the first quarter. The Mount Carmel Golden Aces at home lead Big 8 conference foe Jasper, Indiana. They're in the first quarter, 8-7, Aces on top. That scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance and financial service needs, visit your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt, on 42nd Street in Mount Vernon, online at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Danny, the Rams have a lot to do here tonight. If they want to come away with a victory, what can they do?
Well, number 1, take care of yourselves. Execute and do the things you need to do necessary on offense and defense. Number 2, obviously, and should be number 2, and that should be it, is turnovers. You got to take care of the football. You can't turn the ball over 5 times in one game as they did last week against Marion. You have got to take care of the football and not give extra opportunities. Mount Vernon was in that game last week right until that fumble on the 2, and you can't continue to turn the ball over.
Mike Kelly for the Terriers, your kicker, wears number 4. He's a 5'8", 155-pound senior, but has the advantage of working with former Saluki kicker Kyle Doherty. So we'll see how that works out. I understand he can really nail him. Kickoff will go to the deep man, Derek Connor, at about the 1. Just barely stay out of the end zone. Comes near hash at the 15-20. Looks to find a seam at the 25. Still on his feet at the 30. Comes near side at the 40. Looks to cut back at the 45 midfield. Pulled down at the 49 in Carbondale territory. 48-yard kickoff return unofficially for Derek Hunter.
Very impressive. And that time, almost, he was one white-shirted Terrier away from getting to the back to the middle of the field and off and running. And he did a great job following the wall. They had the Carbondale pinned away to the Carbondale sideline, came along the right side, along the Mount Vernon sideline, found lots of running room, and Mount Vernon will actually start at the Carbondale 49-yard line.
So make that a 49-yard return. 11:50 to go in the first quarter, just underway. No score from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium as Reeves slips under center, split to the left. It'll be nobody on the left. Badger will be down as an end. While split to the right, it'll be Aaron Birch. Man in motion will be Travis Mitchell, come from the near side. Handoff goes up the middle to Dominique Gardner along that near hash. Got 2 on the play, if that. Takes it down to about the 47. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Rams here at the 11:40 mark. So just like that, the Rams trying to keep this offense going. A short gainer on the first play from scrimmage. And we have 2nd and 8 from the Carbondale 47. Not much been made about the Carbondale secondary yet this year, so I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to fare tonight and if the Rams can get any fades going.
Well, Badgers had some success over the first 5 weeks of this season. Might be time to test it out and see if they're going to double even or if they're going to go one-on-one.
23 grabs on the year. Under center, it's Reeves. Split to the right, Badgers. Split to the left, Burge. Williamson, Gardner, and Travis Mitchell, who's in motion, will get the handoff on the jet sweep right side. At the 40, now down 30, 25-20 on the near sideline. Brought down, it looked like out of bounds at about the 21. That'll be a gain of 26 for Travis Mitchell. And Travis Mitchell did some things we hadn't seen him do yet this season, and the junior appears to be maturing right before our very eyes.
Yeah, 25-yard run around the right side, as you said, on the jet sweep. Came around, got a great block. Leonta Badger sealed up the end. Keep the linebacker in the end from coming out to make the tackle. Mitchell goes for 25. It's a Rams first down at the Carbondale 23-yard line.
Welcome Jeff Lonan, who's watching on mywithersradio.com. Glad to have him with us tonight. 11-minute mark of the first, no score. The Rams looking to attack here just shy of the Carbondale red zone. Reeves under center. A couple of wing backs. It'll be coming near side. Reeves rolls to his left to pass. Flips it over to Badger on about the 20. So all that for a gain of just 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, but
Not
it's
a bad
gain.
flip, though.
It's a gain. Rolling to his left. Reeves lifted over for Gardner. Gardner is busy early here in this game plan for the Rams.
Of course, we neglected to pause for station identification a moment ago. We'll go ahead and do that. This is Rams Radio.
Mount Vernon Rams football on your radio at AM 940 WMIX Mount Vernon and worldwide with audio and video at mywithersradio.com. Free services from Withers Broadcasting.
Badge will be split to the right with Burge to the left. Reeves will remain under center. The wingbacks on the right. One is Jacob Williamson, left Mitchell. Williamson will be in motion. The tailback Gardner will get the handoff as he busts up that far hash. Gets maybe a couple on the play. If that. Looked like he did. He got maybe down to the 16.
He got about 3 or 4 yards there.
More than what it appeared to be from my vantage point. We'll drop below the 10-minute mark here. No score from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Rams on the opening drive of the ball game. He'll have 3rd and 4 on the Carbondale 17. A quick strike, maybe, if they can get some points on the board here, Danny, would be the right way to start this one off.
Yeah, get a lead and make somebody chase you for once. It's been a while since Mount Vernon's led in a game.
We'll see if they lead here. 9:38 remains in this first quarter. I believe week 1 they led.
I think that's the last lead was week 1.
Reeves under center. The split ends will be down as tight ends. 3 backs in the backfield. Tailback Gardner rolling to his right. Reeves on play action about the 30. Gets rid of it for Gardner in the end zone. Touchdown! Near corner of that end zone. Mr. Badger was there again, and it's 6-0 Rams. And will we see a reciprocation of, well, actually the Rams won last year, so it wouldn't be a reciprocation. Make that a repeat of last year. Will we see it here tonight on a 17-yard touchdown strike on the flagged fade to Leonta Badger at the 9:21 mark?
Badger lined in tight in the formation on the right side, kind of in the tight end position, and Mount Carbondale kind of lost him. And Badger kind of went down the middle of the field, and as you said, flagged out to the right. By that point, the corner had lost him. The safety couldn't roll over in time. Touchdown Mount Vernon on the pass from Reeves to Badger.
And we await the point after at the 9:21 mark. 6-0 Rams here. As the snap will go high, Reeves will kick it around. He'll be tackled, and the point after will fail. It'll be 6-0 Rams here as we await the kickoff. Still, Danny, not a bad way to get started, but let me remind you, Rams football, as always, presented by Banterra Bank. Kick off the game with a Banterra Bank free checking account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. We're keeping an eye on a lot of games for you tonight. Of course, Carbondale Mount Vernon is the one we're watching right here where the Rams lead 6-0. We'll also try to have updates from Althoff Marion, Cahokia at Centralia. We will not have Benton West Frankfort. That's not till tomorrow at noon. It's changed from 2 o'clock. It's now at high noon tomorrow at West Frankfort. Heron travels to Harrisburg. Murphy's at Massac. Sparta's at AJ. DuQuoin's at Carterville. Nashville's at Pinckneyville. And, of course, in the Black Diamond, ET is at Chester. CZR's at Hamco. The Red Devils are at Fairfield. El Dorado's at Johnson City tomorrow, as the Carmi-White County Bulldogs will travel to Vienna tomorrow as well. So tonight's games, we will try to have some score updates for you, especially that Big 8 conference matchup between the Mount Carmel Golden Aces and Jasper, the Wildcats, I believe, Jasper, Indiana. Hometown of Scott Rowland. I believe he was Mr. Baseball and Basketball in the state of Indiana.
Yeah, and that's pretty good.
Not bad.
That last drive, Mount Vernon went 5 plays, 2 minutes and 39 seconds, 49 yards to get that touchdown drive.
Joel Duncan is on to kick for the Rams. On the near side, Carbondale will get it about the 11. That is number 12, Antrell Williams.
Dangerous.
Trying to get between the hashes at the 35, cuts back to the far hash at midfield. 45, 40, 35, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. It'll be an 88-yard kickoff return for Antrell Williams. There are no flags, and we're tied at 6.
Yeah, that's not bad. He was speedy and pretty athletic in warm-ups, and again, goes the distance, number 12, Antrell Williams.
So by the time I can get his number down, he's off to the races. And it is an 88-yard kickoff return for a touchdown for the Terriers. We're tied at 6, 9:06 mark. That took all of 6 seconds. Not bad. 88 yards in 6 seconds, DC.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Ensuing kickoff is returned.
And so now we'll see Kelly on to kick for the Terriers. Has quite the leg. As we told you before kickoff, he is coached by Kyle Doherty, the former Saluki kicker who you might remember was the heir apparent to Craig Coffin after he graduated, broke a lot of Coffin's records, and the kick is up and good. It'll be 7-6. So as the Rams get the lead to open this one up, they now trail 7-6 on the 88-yard kickoff return at the 9:06 mark of this first
So
quarter.
Mount Vernon had the lead for 6 seconds.
Better than nothing.
And Antrell Williams took it away from him.
Of course, to remind you, if you'd like, you can watch on mywithersradio.com. You can also watch on your Android or iPhone smartphone, as redundant as that may have been. Already have an all-top Marion score.
Really?
What say you? Yes, Jeff Lonan helping us out.
What say you?
Anything coming in yet? Still early.
No, what say you is nothing. Actually, 3-0 Althoff. Yeah,
there you go.
It was late, so.
3-0 Althoff leads Marion, and how interesting that would be if Althoff could pick up a win against the Marion Wildcats and make things interesting in the conference.
Well, it would. I mean, and very likely Althoff could go in there and win. I think Althoff, Centralia, and Marion are about as equal could be right now in that part of the conference.
Of course, week 2, 4 weeks ago, was the class of 2001 reunion. Now we welcome back the class of 91, as this will be their 20th. 7-6 your score, 9:06 mark of this first, as Mike Kelly is on to attempt the kickoff. Or kickoff, you're not going to attempt it. Will they go onside? He's very good at that. They will at about midfield. Flag on the play. Did it go far enough?
Didn't go the 10 yards necessary for a Terrier touched it. That's what I think is going to be the call.
They're on the far side, near the sideline. Quayman Cantley was about midfield to come up and try to get it, but he let it bounce. Carbondale may have touched it too early.
Oh, well.
You're tickled.
Somebody update me about the Carbondale Mount Vernon game.
Very nice. Somebody who may not realize that you're up here now.
Yeah.
Or may and just forgot to take you out of the group this week.
Yeah.
7-6 is the score here if you want the update. 9:05 remains in the first. And it should be Ram football at about 49.
Yeah, good field position again is what it should be. Yep. It's a good way to start. Carbondale 49 both times. We'll start again. And it's so deflating, Chris. You go 5 plays, you get a touchdown, you're feeling good, and then 6 seconds later you're down 7-6. That's kind of been a microcosm of the season for the Mount Vernon Rams so far.
Split to the right will be Aaron Burge for the Rams. Badger, I think, will be down again. Wingbacks are Williamson and Gardner on the right side with Mitchell in motion. Jet sweep again to the right side. Found a seam there at the near hash. There's a flag on the play as he crosses the 45 down to about the 41.
That should be coming back. A hold. I mean, he got him wrapped underneath the pads, and he guided him and still had his feet moving. That's not a hold. That's a pitiful call, is what I think. But
here's my question for those of you watching on mywithersradio.com. If it's a hold against the offense and you run it and you walk it off from the spot of the infraction, why throw it for the spot up there at the 41?
Well, that's where it happened.
Oh, I thought it happened
No,
right
it happened right here because the Mount Vernon player on the end was trying to seal a linebacker back toward the middle to allow the jet sweep to come around the right side. And I didn't think it was a hold because I thought he had him locked inside and he was pushing him back, and the hold was at the 49.
Right, but they went ahead and threw it up for the spot at the 41 where the play ended instead of just
Well, it was on
right
the line
there.
of scrimmage. It was right here.
Right, but I'm saying why spot the ball? Go ahead and throw the ball up there to be spotted about the 41.
Because they have to decide if Carbondale wants to accept a penalty or not.
Okay, well, that's why I was getting at. That's why I was wondering.
Right.
Okay.
Carbondale has to accept a penalty.
Now you're feeling me.
Right.
8:58 to go in this first quarter. 7-6 Terriers. Rams trail thanks to the 88-yard kickoff return by Mr. Williams. In motion, Mitchell again. He'll come near side, 40, 41, 42 as he's pushed out of bounds. It'll be gain of 1 on what was 1st and 20 at the 8:55 mark. And now maybe a gain of 1 if lucky. It'll be 2nd and 18. Ball's on the Mount Vernon 43 as the Rams trail 7-6. Ram football presented by Banterra Bank. Banterra's online banking is convenient, efficient, and best of all, safe. Their security is your best defense. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. So the Rams will approach the line here. Carbondale ready to pounce already defensively. And here we go. Under center, it'll be Clayton Reeves. Wingback is Williams on the near side. Far side, it's Mitchell with the tailback, Doug Gardner. Split to the left is Burge on the right, Badger. And here comes Reeves ready to pass. Looks to his left. Actually finds Mitchell about midfield. Gets down to the 40. Should have first down yardage. It'll be a 19-yard completion to Travis Mitchell on just a play fake right up the middle and found Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell went loose and nobody picked him up. Just kind of took his own little time down there, and 15-yard pass play goes for a first down. You got to like that.
None too shabby. Of course, the Rams trail 7-6 here with 8:05 remaining in the first. 1st and 10 for the Rams. The ball will be on, again, the 38-yard line. Communication between booths here tonight. We like it. It'll be split left and right. Double wingback set here. Tailback for the Rams. Reeves under center. In motion, it'll be Mitchell. It's going to be handoff to Gardner, who has the ability to shake and bake, but that time just runs it for a few yards down to about the 35-yard line, where it'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody said it all, and somebody's late in updating me from a certain place.
I got you.
I'm going to have to cut their pay. I'm going to have to cut their pay.
We're going from nothing to what?
To negative nothing.
Oh, okay.
Carbondale.
We try to take care of, as Carbondale takes time out, as he said. We try to take care of everybody that updates us throughout the season in some way, shape, or form.
I'm running on a salary cap this year, and instituted by Roger Goodell.
You can only buy so many lunches.
Well, I mean, I'm instituted by Roger Goodell and the NFL Labor Union, so I had to cut back a little bit this year.
Speaking of lunch, if we had to buy lunch for everybody that gave us score updates, it would take an all-new F-150 from Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, where the Ford F-150 has been the heavyweight champ for 34 years running. It continues to win awards year after year. Check it out at Ford Square, where the best never rest. 7:25 remains here in the first quarter on the Carbondale timeout. Their first 2 remaining. And the Rams trail 7-6. Rams look good early. They got that touchdown to start. PAT snap was high. Couldn't get anything going there. But then on the ensuing kickoff, run right back for 88 yards by number 12, Antrell Williams.
And it seems to me the Carbondale defense is stunned. They're knocked back a little bit here. They're kind of wondering what's going on here. Mount Vernon moving the ball. Of course, Mount Vernon moved it last week on Marion very easily.
See if they can move it here again. Reeves is under center. Double wing back set with Burge on the left and Badger on the right. 10 seconds on the play clock here. Reeves immediately looks to his right, throws it down on the ground. Was it trapped? No, completed to Badger at the 30-yard line. So that's a gain of 5 from the spot of the ball. It'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, if he'd have thrown that,
It looked all right.
We can acknowledge that this was the same crew that changed their mind on a measurement within inches of their nose last week at Belleville.
Right, this is the crew that had the Althoff Centralia game at Belleville West on Saturday night. So that is interesting. Pretty precarious there, if you ask me. And it's going to be 3rd and 7 from the 35 in Carbondale Terrier territory.
That too.
7:12 to play in the first quarter. Rams down 7-6. So now you have to open up a bag, possibly a passing place here. But the run game's been effective for you with Reeves under center, split left and right. 3-back set. Reeves looks to his left side, nearly batted down by the charging linebacker, Cade Custer, and it'll fall incomplete. So that'll bring up 4th and 7, and yikes. Well, it looked pretty good to be 3rd and 2 on the completion. Was apparently a trap and ruled incomplete.
Yeah, and now what do we have? Some people yelling. I thought something was going on the field, but it isn't. 4th and 7. That time Carbondale brought a little pressure underneath. They stunted up front, and you saw a middle linebacker come through. So now Mount Vernon, 4th and 7 from the Carbondale 35. Interested to see if maybe Mount Vernon might try to draw them off sides first, then try another play, or if they can't draw them off sides, call a timeout and talk about what they actually will run.
That, my friend, was simply the PA welcoming of the class of 91. 7:08 to play in the first. Rams down 7-6, 4th and 7 from the Carbondale 35. They are not in punt formation. They're going to go for it here. Reeves rolls to his right. Looks for Badger, gets him in bounds at about the 22. That should be
Flag.
a gain of 13. There is a flag.
Yep.
Maybe a late hit.
Late hit, first down, and 15 more on top of that, what it's going to be.
So the Rams will have 1st and 10. Should be. It was, I believe, went out of bounds 22-21 yard line. So it's a 13 or 14 yard completion.
So move that 15 yards the other way. And that'll go from the 22 down to what, the 7 on a 15-yarder?
Quite possibly.
By my math. And I had to take my shoes off, so I want to recheck.
Half the distance, I suppose. Because they didn't go 15.
Really?
They went to about the 11.
Wow.
Unless it wasn't a
Maybe
personal foul.
it was just personal foul. Wasn't a personal foul. If that's the case, the 11, it was a 10-yard penalty for something. Either way.
So it'll be 1st and 10, which they weren't far out enough, or they weren't close enough for it to technically be half the distance penalty, but that's okay. 7:02 to play in the first. Down 7-6 for the Rams, looking to make a run of it here as it goes to Gardner, off tackle, right side, shakes down to about the 3. Should be a gain of 7. So they ruled that actually 1st and goal on the 10.
Well, this is something that we've seen. Gardner comes up lane as he hobbles to the sideline, favoring his left leg, but it looks like an ankle. Probably can be wrapped and get back in as he hobbles to the sideline. Now, here we are. Interestingly enough, 6 days later, Mount Vernon, this time on the 3, need to score.
So 2nd and 3 for the Rams' eyes right the first time. They can get a first down without a touchdown. 7-6 your score. Carbondale on top. Tailback set here. Double wing back. Split left is Burge. Right is Badger. Williamson was in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Williamson on a sweep as he is pushed at about the 3 backward. So forward progress would be a no gain at best. If we saw it accurately, it brings up 3rd and down.
Now again, fade to a corner with Badger against a shorter corner would be a nice one. Clayton Reeves tonight, good game so far, 4 of 6. Badger has 3 catches tonight for 25 yards. Might run a little play action here on 3rd down. Fake something up the middle, draw your linebackers in, and maybe go to a fade to Badger.
Triple nickel on the scoreboard here in the first quarter. 5:55. We'll drop below 5:50. 7-6 Terriers. Rams looking to make a run of it here. 3rd and 3 from the 3. Reeves is under center, looks around at his core and sees what he has. We'll call a timeout. This timeout's presented by Ford Square and King City Chrysler Mount Vernon, where the best never rests. The 2012 Fusion Hybrid can get up to 41 miles per gallon highway. Talk about value. Ford Square speaks it. 5:38 remains here. First quarter action. Timeout, of course, on the gridiron. 7-6 Terriers with the Rams threatening 3rd and 3 from the 3. And not 3rd and goal because they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown.
Yes. That would be almost as key if you can't score. Big crowd here tonight.
There really is. And you know what? Have to give the Rams fans a lot of credit. 0-5 on the year, still coming out to support this team. I know homecoming has a lot to do with it. But still, a nice crowd here, and maybe the Rams can get it done in front of the home crowd before they go on a 2-game road trip.
Mm-hmm.
We're at Carbondale next week, Centralia the week after that. We're at Cahokia next week. Did I say Carbondale?
Yes.
It's been one of those weeks.
I
We're
agree.
at Cahokia next
I agree.
week. We're at Centralia the week after that, and then we will come back here to J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium and wrap it up against Mount Carmel. So now the Rams go back to the field. They'll go slot this time on the left. They'll put Williamson in the slot. Burge is split left with Badger on the right. Lone backs, of course, are Strickland's back out there. And they're going to do a quick pass to Mr. Badger. Quick strike right at the goal line. He falls in. DC called it as he saw it before it happened. And it's 13-7 as the Rams are back up 6, point after pending. Or will they go for 2? Try to clean her up.
2. Yeah, ain't bad.
Would you do that? I mean, go for 2 to
Yes.
try to clean her up. That
Yep.
way you have 14-7
Yes,
if successful.
got to.
Like the way we think.
4 minutes, 11 seconds. Mount Vernon goes 51 yards on 9 plays.
Key this time is not to give up another kickoff return that lasts only 6 seconds. on the ensuing kickoff after this.
Yeah, that they say that's a key.
Reeves is under center, split left and right, 3 backs in the back, and it's going to be a quick strike again to Mr. Badger. Leonte Badger, who has some hops. Slam Jam 2011 to benefit the Mount Vernon Township High School Special Olympics was Wednesday night. Who won your dunk competition? Leonte Badger. 14-7 the score as the Rams get the 2-point conversion. Nearly identical play as the touchdown pass. And now, with 5:34 to go, the Rams doubling up the Terriers. Impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. Good start.
I'll tell you what, though. Leonte Badger or Clayton Reeves making strong cases to be our Community First Bank players of the game. Support your Mount Vernon Rams with a Ram debit card from Community First Bank. Community First Bank is the only bank with debit cards tied to the Rams with a portion of the revenue going to Mount Vernon Township High School, district number 201. It's homecoming night here from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Strong crowd here in attendance. Carbondale loaded up on some fans as well, as they like what they're seeing down there in Jackson County from Coach Dan Custer in his 3rd year. Just 3?
5.
Has it been 5 years already?
Mm-hmm.
You're kidding me.
No.
Well, he's 14-19 overall. I can't believe it's been 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking I had a couple years of Hines, though, up here. Maybe not.
Well, maybe some mustard, too.
The years fly by, don't they?
They do.
We've done games on and off together for 6 years now.
Isn't that hard to believe? Now it's going to be more on than off.
Hard to believe basketball season's almost here. That'll be scary, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
We're able to pull off. 14-7 your score, as it's still football season. The King City Squibber coming left side from Joel Duncan, and it went to number 21, Larry Benz. So roll out to the Benz and see what happens. 5:33 to go here. First quarter, 14-7 Rams, as Carbondale will have so-so field position. 1st and 10 from their own 32.
Be ready for anything.
Exactly. Bryce Reno Gibson, as we know, has been their tailback most of the season. Custer can be used as either a split end or a tight end. And your quarterback this time will be the blonde bomber, Justin Hoffman. It's going to be handoff Bryce Reno Gibson as he'll take it towards that far hash at about the 35. Looks to shake it down to the 36. There should be a gain of 4 to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Dogs at the 5:24 mark of this opening quarter. Again, it's 14-7 with the Rams doubling up the Terriers. That is correct. So we'll drop below the 5-minute mark here. Custer's going to remain left side. They'll go shotgun with Bryce Reno Gibson as the tailback, and of course Hoffman the quarterback. Hoffman is back to pass, looking left side for Custer, nearly broken up by Travis Mitchell. The pass falls incomplete about midfield as Custer could only get to about the 47. It'll be 3rd and 6, and if your defense could kind of keep this up, Danny, I don't see any reason why you can't force a few 3-and-outs at Carbondale. Just don't fall victim to the deep ball.
And the Carbondale Terriers are a finesse team, and they like to do some things and score quickly, as we have seen. And unfortunately for the Rams, that was very quick on special teams. But again, you want to keep Carbondale, make them work for it.
Out of the shotgun, it's Hoffman looking for the quick slant to Reno Gibson. Finds him at the 48, falls at the 50. That'll be a gain of 14. It'll be 1st and 10 as the Terriers move the chains down 14-7. That is what you can't fall victim to.
No.
Deep ball or the slant. So give credit to Bryce Reno Gibson there. Now the shotgun, Hoffman this time looks towards his right side. Picked off by Clayton Reeves. He's looking to run it back. He's at the 30, 25-20. Heads to the far corner. Pick 6 Reeves, and it's 20-7. Clayton Reeves might have just supplanted himself ahead of Leonte Badger for player of the game at this moment. And on the pick 6, the Rams with a 27 lead with 4:36 to play in this first quarter.
Wow. Mount Vernon, but the upset here early. Trying to spring it on here at Mount Vernon. The pick 6 by Clayton Reeves.
Clayton Reeves, if I may say this, is one of those kids that's had rough games in and out all season long, but sticks with it, never gets a sour attitude, and defensively just made a huge play there at the 4:36 mark of this first quarter.
Get the extra point done here and go up by a couple of touchdowns and enjoy this and keep making Carbondale chase you.
Clayton Reeves is one of those kids as the kick is up from Duncan on the PAT, and it's good. 21-7 the Rams lead. Clayton Reeves, and I don't mean this from a physical standpoint, I mean this from a mental standpoint, is made of Teflon. just lets the bad games bounce off him, goes back out there to try to be a leader as a junior, and right there came up with a big play. 2 touchdown passes tonight and a pick-6. Means Clayton Reeves has been a part of every single touchdown here tonight. And, of course, Leonte Badger's come up with a big way already as well. So it's going to be tough in that Bean Insurance postgame show to come up with a player of the game, and there's still plenty to be had as we are just at the 4:36 mark of the first.
Carbondale has only moved the ball 4 plays, and that's good to see. And Mount Vernon right now playing with a lot of momentum here.
That'll happen.
It will happen.
Under 7 years somewhere.
It will happen. One of my sources just sent me score. That's why Benton flashed, and it was as it was.
And be that as it may, glad to have you here. Jeff Crow, the cameraman tonight, of course, on MyWithersRadio.com. Avery Barton did a good job filling in last week, but we certainly missed Jeffrey 1 week ago. Reese Barnfield's back at the studio manning the controls. Glad to have him back aboard as Duncan will attempt the kickoff. He'll send it again to Benz. It'll get past Benz. Falling on it about the 29 was number 23, Michael Andre. So the sophomore will fall on it. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Terriers, as the Terriers are now down 21-7. And I have no idea what it is about Carbondale. It could be homecoming, may not be. There is something about this game every year except 05, where it has just been a rough and tumble battle. 05 was just a bird of a different feather.
Well, again, and you got a Carbondale team 3-2 and coming in, not doing much. And if you're Mount Vernon, don't get off their throat. Keep pushing that foot down and putting it to them.
Well, this is a Carbondale team that still has Altoff and Marion to go, and a Harrisburg. It's going to be a handoff. Reno Gibson coming around from that left side, shy of the 30.
Hit it.
Shy of the 25 even. Yeah. Wow, I gave him credit for more than what he had.
I'm like,
It'll be
well,
second
yeah,
long.
I mean, we put him back a little bit here. It made him stand up, and then a lot of black shirts came in to force him back. And, boy, this is an inspired Rams team tonight, even with the 0-5 record, playing their best football of the year right now in this first quarter.
Amen. We'll drop below the 4-minute mark here of this first quarter. 21-7, Rams on top. It's been 2 touchdown connections between Clayton Reeves and Leonte Badger, and a Reeves pick-6 to give you your scores. Below the 4-minute mark, Hoffman still the quarterback, looks to his right side, hoping for Williams. Has to roll out of the pocket, almost brought down, completes it at the far sideline. Didn't think he was going to get anything going. I think Reno Gibson may have slipped to that far sideline. We'll see where they spot the ball. Looks like maybe first down yardage.
Yeah, he got a first down. They'll move the chains the second one. We'll give him 12 on that play. I will.
Not too shabby, and give a lot of credit for Hoffman for not giving up on the play, just continuing to roll out of the pocket after he was flushed out and was able to connect. 3:27 to go here in the first. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Hoffman brought down for a loss. And Blake Strickland, the linebacker, brought him down for a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd and long as we drop below 3 minutes.
And to me, what it looks like, Chris, and it may just be me, is the fact that Carbondale's kind of getting flustered, kind of moving away from their original game plan.
Carbondale's thinking, oh, wow, what's happening here?
Yep.
2nd and 12 here. 2:59 to go in the first. Rams up 21-7 in the opening quarter. Custer will take a shot at quarterback now, with Reno Gibson as a wingback on the right side. Split to the left and right with a slot on the left for Custer. We'll see what he has to work with Reno Gibson in motion. Custer's a direct snap on the Wildcat. Comes to the near side as he broke to the hash. Pushes down his man at about 45. Makes it to midfield on the near side, and that'll be a gain of 17 for Cade Custer.
Saw that a lot in the warm-ups where Custer would get the ball and go to the outside off the Wildcat that time. And size and strength gets him 15 yards and a Carbondale first down as the Terriers find a little rhythm in the offense as they shuffle quarterbacks in and out.
Never want to say this, but Cade Custer may be a man amongst boys out there.
He is.
Wow.
Not May to it. He is.
Hoffman back out of the shotgun now. Gives to Gibson on the end around, looking for that right side on a sweep. Shy of midfield, maybe brought down for a loss of 1 as he's brought down about the 48-yard line far side. 2:15 to play in the first. Still 21-7, Rams by 2 touchdowns. And what an impressive matchup we have here. Of course, we'll clarify, Mount Vernon Rams, the St. Louis Rams, aren't on until 12 o'clock on Sunday here on AM 940 as they welcome the Redskins. 2 to play in the first quarter. Rams trying to make it interesting defensively again, as the Terriers are only on their second possession. First score, of course, was a kickoff return for 88 yards. Hoffman out of the shotgun, looks left side, hoping for Custer, and it's just past Custer coming near side, 3rd and 10.
I'll tell you what, that pass is right on the horn. And Custer looked like he didn't pick it up till it was over, like the ball's passed him, then the hands closed.
I think we all thought he was going for Williams, who was coming on a flag route towards the near sideline. 1:45 remains here in this first quarter.
And Custer now will be the quarterback. Now they split out. Look for a double pass here maybe or something because they have the original quarterback split out to the slot on the right side.
And it'll be Custer taking himself, coming near side, brought down for a loss at the 45. Give credit to Blake Strickland for a half tackle, but Thomas Weber, the linebacker, initiated the contact. They both pick up halvesies on the tackle, and that's 4th and 10 for the Terriers. And this is inspired football from the Mount Vernon Rams that we really haven't gotten to see since week 1 due to injuries, due to whatever. They are playing well here tonight, up 21-7. My, oh my, the back to receive will be Leonte Badger at the 20. And they're going to bring Hunter back now. They're going to level them out left and right. Hunter on the left, Badger on the right. Kelly also your punter. And it'll be Hunter at about the 25. Between the hashes, 35-36, he's brought down. And at the 55-second mark of this first quarter, the Rams with a 2-touchdown lead, 21-7. Will have 1st and 10 from their own 31.
Mount Vernon with a stop defensively. That's huge. Now it would be almost kind of like the start of the break, the Terriers a little bit if you go from here and score a touchdown and go up 28-7.
Am I here tonight? Because they're at the 36.
I don't know what you're doing. I'm just letting you do your own little thing.
It is one of those days.
When you're the leader, I don't question.
Sometimes you need to.
Nah.
Maybe I need glasses. 55 seconds remain in the first. Of course, it's 1st and 10 from the 36. I don't know how I can say 35 and then spotted at the 31 anyway. Reeves under center, split left and right. Burge and Badger, respectively. Reeves is going to roll that right side, hoping to connect one more time. No, it's to Mitchell at the 50, now down to the 45. And oh my, 19-yard completion to Travis Mitchell. And just when they get you thinking they're going to look for Badger again, they go to Mitchell right down central. And it was an absolute strike into the numbers of big old number 3. With 46 seconds remaining in this first quarter, Rams are in fuego thus far. I don't want to jinx them.
Don't say a word.
Well, too late for that. I just did. If you can't get to the bank during the half, don't worry. Bank in the stands with Banterra's cell phone banking. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. The official voice of the Rams. Reeves under center, split left. Burge on the right is Badger. Man in motion, Mitchell. It's going to be a handoff up the gut to Strickland. He's at the 40, down to the 35. Plows over a guy to the 33. That'll be a gain of 12 and move the chains.
Blake Strickland just ran over somebody. Number 9 from Carbondale is looking for the number of that truck that planted him at about the 35.
He may be 5'6", but you know what they say about dynamite comes in smaller packages. And that's what Blake Strickland did. He exploded for a gain. 1st and 10 now for the Rams in Carbondale territory at the 33, and I have to fathom this will be at the end of the first quarter. So we're at the end of 1. The Mount Vernon Rams 21, the Carbondale Terriers 7. This is Rams football presented by Banterra Bank.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
Let's go back out to the gridiron on WMIX.
And welcome back to J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside as we prepare to head to the second quarter. 21-7, Rams on top over the Carbondale Terriers here at home on homecoming night. First play from scrimmage in the second quarter will be from the Carbondale 33. It's 1st and 10 for the Rams. Man in motion was Williamson. It is a handoff with the left hand to somebody that got stopped at about the 35, maybe for a loss of a couple. It was to Strickland. Didn't even see him because I was following the other guys, figuring that's where it was going to go. It'll be a loss of 1 at the 34, 2nd and 11. Probably due for a scoreboard update here in just a bit. We'll allow you to wrangle some more up here, as I know they're going to continue to come in as we're all about even pace here tonight. 21-7 the score here, 11:29 mark of this second quarter. Split to the left, it'll be Burge. On the right, it'll be Badger. Wingbacks are Mitchell near. Far is Williamson with the tailback Strickland. Reeves under center, the quarterback. In motion, Williamson. It's going to be a reverse to Mitchell. Looking to go up that right side. Has some running room. 25, 10, 5, where he's pulled down. Looked like he was going to break for the end zone. Pulled down at about the 5. Travis Mitchell, huge tonight as well. Be a gain of as many as 29 here. It'll bring up 1st and goal.
No defense from Carbondale.
I got the spot right that time, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
There we go.
You're on a roll.
1st and goal for the Rams from the 5-yard line. 11:06 to play in the half. Up 21-7, looking to punch another one in. And what a commanding lead that would be at this juncture of the ball game. I know it's still early, but if you can get up 3 scores here, that is huge. And you think myself, Captain Obvious, at any point.
Go right on ahead.
Split left and right. With Reeves under center. Probably going to be a handoff to Mitchell. Go off, tackle left side, scampers into the end zone. He had to kind of wonder if Travis Mitchell was going to be allowed to get in on the action. He does. It's 27-7 with the point after pending. And the Rams just playing their best football of the season here tonight.
4 plays, 65 yards in about 2 minutes. And the Rams score again.
Unbelievable.
I mean, this is amazing. I mean, that other sideline over there is in disarray and shock. That's what's happened here.
Meanwhile, the Rams fans in the orange and black are absolutely amped tonight. We wait the point after. Reeves is on to hold with Duncan to kick. Snap down. Here comes a potential block, but Duncan able to kick off in time. Looked good from here, but it was wide right. It'll be 27-7, so the Rams are up 20. Either way, it's a 3-possession game with 10:39 to play in this first half. Don't support the other team. Go green with Banterra's online bill pay and online statements. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. They are the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter. Like us on Twitter at 90. I had it right the first time. Follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. Like us on Facebook, WMIX Sports. I think some sleep is in order tonight. Get a good night's sleep before I really skew things on the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow. We hope you'll join us, by the way, AM 940, right here and online at mywithersradio.com. We'll talk to Jared Shaner.
The ringtone alarm clock tomorrow?
I don't know.
Okay.
May just let you take the reins tomorrow and figure out,
You're
figure out some of
right.
these deep-rooted issues.
You know, it is what it is.
Amen. Now you're getting it.
It is one of those weeks. You've had a week. I've had a week with work, and we move on from there.
Of course, we'll have Jared Shaner on tomorrow. John Shadowins of the Red Devils, Sesterlear, Waltonville, Woodlawn. Darren Kennard of TV3 will join us to talk about all the teams in the area. We'll talk to Quinn McClure tomorrow about Rams golf as they finish second in the South 7 Conference this week.
But
and talk golf regionals coming up.
There's still 2.5 quarters of football plus left.
Plenty.
Got to be careful not to let them back in.
Exactly. And here comes the kick from Duncan. Comes to this left side, grabbed by number 54, J.D. Whitback. Comes up the near side, pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Terriers.
Number 56 for the Terriers.
Actually, make that Ickner.
Well,
misidentification there. 10:35 to play in the first half. 27-7 Rams, where it's 1st and 10 for the Terriers in their own territory. Give him a favorable spot there at the 34-yard line. Looked like he was pushed out 32.5, 33. But to give him an extra yard on the spot with the 10:35 mark of the second quarter. Still plenty of time for the Terriers to get something going and build some momentum of their own. Get to a scoreboard update here in a little bit.
Yeah.
We have plenty coming in?
Lots.
Good to know.
Upsets.
Hoffman is out of the shotgun. He's going to dial his own number, takes it between the hashes, pulled down finally at about the 37. 42, make it 8-yard gain.
You have to be careful. Cannot get relaxed with the game. You're up by 3 touchdowns. Cannot be relaxed in this situation.
It'll be 2nd and 2 here for the Terriers. Hoffman likes working out of the shotgun. Custer split right. And I think a neutral zone infraction on the Rams coming. So that'll make it 1st and 10. Pushes the ball to the 47 in Carbondale territory. So just like that, Carbondale gets 5 free yards. Though the Rams are up 27-7 at the 10:08 mark of this first half. Yikes. Glad to have you with us on mywithersradio.com or on your radio at AM 940. Hoffman will get some instruction from the sideline here as the clock drops well below 10 minutes. 1st and 10 on the fresh set of downs on the Ram penalty. It was offside. Split to the right, it'll be Cade Custer. 2 in the slot, 1 on each side, and split left for the Terriers, single back shotgun. Hoffman looks to his right side. We assume it's going to be for Williams. Connects to the 20. 15-5, shy of the end zone at about the 4. It'll be a gain of about 49 yards on the play. So a bomb there thrown by Hoffman, and that puts the Terriers in scoring position.
Yeah, what I say, you cannot let them get momentum. Big plays, quick scores, here we go. And that's the problem.
So we'll see what the Terriers come up with here for a goal line offense. 1st and 10 from the 4-yard line. Custer out of the shotgun. Wildcat set here for the Terriers. Custer will probably dial his own number, looking to go off that far near hash. Still on his feet at about the 3, as he had to run from obviously a far distance, being out of the shotgun on the direct snap. Didn't really get much on it. Thought he might get more out of that, if not a touchdown, and it's going to be about a 1-yard gain, 2nd and goal.
And here they are, minute and a half into their drive, knocking on the goal line.
They move quickly. Rams are going to have to do something about that. Custer again, brought down. No, it looked like he made it in. Got a last breath there on a missed tackle at about the 2 and was able to dive in. Uses that large frame for his advantage, and it'll be 27-13 PAT pending. Terriers, that's the thing, aren't going to miss a lot of point after attempts. No. Not with a kicker like that. Mike Kelly, the 5'8" senior. Again, can't make enough of this, coached by former Saluki Kyle Doherty. So Kelly on to attempt the PAT. Try to make this a 13-point game, 27-14 if he can connect.
4 plays, 66 yards, 2 minutes.
Not bad. And the kick is up, and it's good, 27-14. Looks like you have a pretty healthy scoreboard update coming. Why don't we check it out?
Well, healthy. In the Black Diamond, 2nd quarter, CZR over Hamilton County, 28-0. 1st quarter, end of 1. Fairfield leads Cesarville, Waltonville, Woodlawn 6-0. And halftime in a non-Black Diamond score, it's Mount Carmel 15, Jasper, Indiana 7. South 7 tonight. 2nd quarter, Althoff 16, Marion nothing. Into the 1st quarter, Centralia 6, Cahokia nothing. And the end of the 1st quarter, Heron over Harrisburg 14-6. Also into the 1st quarter, Murfreesboro leads Massac County 21-7. These are all 2nd quarter scores. AJ over Sparta 37-0. DuQuoin over Carterville 15-6. And Pinckneyville leads Nashville 14-7.
Just got an update as you were talking. Centralia leads Cahokia now mid-2nd quarter 14-0. So 14-0 Orphans in that one, looking to go 6-0 and secure their playoff destiny tonight.
Yep.
8:48 remains here in the 2nd. It's 27-14 Rams, as they will get the ball back here. And if the offense can keep going, then maybe the defense get at least a couple more stops to kind of keep things progressional. It'll be interesting to see what the Terriers come back with in the 2nd half. Ranch football, of course, presented by Banterra Bank. Score a TD with a CD. Check out Banterra's interest rates on deposit products. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. Looking to go onside that time. Cantley jumps up and gets it at 49. So that could be a play that comes back to haunt Carbondale.
I don't understand that, Chris. I mean, your deal is you're down 27-14, you're down 2 touchdowns. So much time left in the game. Why give up that good field position that Mount Vernon's been able to stick it to you? And Mount Vernon starts again at their Carbondale 49-yard line. It makes no sense to me whatsoever on that.
I haven't been able to see any film on the Terriers, but one thing that somebody told me before the game, we've seen them a couple times this year. In fact, we'll talk to him tomorrow, Darren Kennard. Beware of the onside kick. They're good at it, and they'll keep doing it. So that may be what haunts them tonight. 1st and 10 for the Rams, the Carbondale 49. Reeves is under center, split left and right with Mitchell in motion. It's going to be a handoff up the gut for Strick. He's going to get a few yards on it. Should have been a no gain. but still manages to make something out of nothing. 2-yard gains brings up 2nd and 8 from the Carbondale 47. We'll drop below the 8:30 mark here in the first half. 27-14, Rams on top.
Great minds think alike. Me doing the onside kick. Why are they doing that?
That's an offensive genius you're talking to.
Well, it makes no sense. I mean, your defense has stopped nobody tonight, and you're making the defense use 49 yards instead of what could be 80.
They did a lot of these same things, not necessarily with an onside kick last year, to fall to the Rams to get their first win of the year. Reeves under center, looks to his right side, has to come left, and he'll be sacked for a major loss, but there's a flag on the play, maybe a face mask.
Well, that would be a save.
So we'll see what they go with. It's definitely a face mask on the Terriers, and that will not be good for them.
No. So it depends on if it's a 5 or 15.
They go 5, but may not
5 yards.
They may not know the foul. They may not know the difference.
It's a 2-yard penalty.
So it'll be repeat the down. Should be 2nd and 8. Fall below the 8-minute mark in this first half. 27-14. 2nd and 8 for the Rams as they look to add to their lead. Ball's on the Carbondale 47. Reeves under center, looking for a quick stroke to the right. Able to find Badger at the 40. Shakes a tackle at the 35-30. Pulls a couple of guys at the 25. Brought down to 23. And Leonte Badger uses that athleticism for a 24-yard completion from Clayton Reeves.
Yeah, Badger, 5 catches tonight. Clayton Reeves having one of his best games of the year so far. Mount Vernon again. What I pointed out, you're given 49 yards as a Carbondale defense to try to stop Mount Vernon. You haven't done it all night. Why do you keep onside kicking? That's why you keep giving up touchdowns. Doesn't take a football genius to figure that out.
Even I could figure that out.
Yes.
And that proves your point. 27-14 the score. Rams on top. 7:20 to play here in the first half. Reeves under center. Strick your tailback. Wingbacks are Mitchell and Williamson. Looks to his left. Throws off his back foot to Badger. It'll fall out of bounds. As Reeves absolutely got stuck by a couple of rushes.
Again, if you'd be thrown off your back foot too if your momentum was going that way by a Carbondale defender on the blitz.
But give him a lot of credit. Smart decision made on that one. Go ahead and go for it, but throw it on a fade. Threw it a little strong, so it went out of bounds, and so better go out of bounds and falls an interception. 27-14, Rams up 2 touchdowns with 7:14 to play here in the first half. Because a couple of weeks ago, that could have easily been an interception. So Burge will be split left with Badger on the right. Same personnel here for the Rams. Williamson's in motion, and it's going to be reversed to Mitchell. This time Carbondale bought the fake. It'll be a loss of as many as 7.
Problem with that play was there was too much penetration up front by the defensive tackles that got in there. The line for Mount Vernon were stood up and pushed back on the snap. Therefore, that little play where you have a double handoff in the backfield does not work.
Gave forward progress, though, at about the 27.
Home spot.
Very nice. So it'll only be a 4-yard loss. 3rd and 12 for the Rams as we are about the 6:40 mark of this first half. Still 27-14. Rams looking to add some points here, though. At least they would like to. We'll see what they come with here.
At the very least, move it down a little further. Get an attempt for a field goal. If you can't get a first down here in 2 plays.
They put Williamson in a slot, load the wingbacks up on the left side, split left and right. Reeves going to have to roll to his uncomfortable side. Great block by Strickland in the backfield. It's through the hands of Badger, intercepted at about the 8, maybe even the 7 by Carbondale. That was Williams on it, picked it off, and it was tipped by Badger. It'll be 1st and 10 Terriers. That just all kind of developed right there. It just slipped through Badger's hands. Reeves got a great back block in the backfield by Mr. Strickland there to make the play develop and just couldn't connect.
And that's the case of Badger had it in his hands. It goes through his hands right into a Terrier receiver. Mount Vernon driving again. And we'll see if Carbondale down 2 touchdowns now with the ball sticks kind of with their game plan, run the football, or will they try to do some crazy things they did on the last drive that cost them?
It'll be interesting to see, given that they get the ball back coming out of the halftime break. Hoffman will be under center now. This tailback is Bryce Reno Gibson. More of a tight end now is Custer, and it'll be to Gibson with Custer as a blocker. Gibson was actually brought down quite a while ago at about the 5.
-2.
I was more impressed with the blocks that Custer was throwing.
Well, Custer can throw blocks, but he can only block one person at a time. And a lot of black shirts stayed home and threw Gibson back for a loss for a couple there.
So it'll be 2nd and 11. The ball will be on the 7-yard line.
Blocks are only impressive if they do any good.
That is true. 27-14, Rams on top. And it's going to be a handoff to Gibson, trying to go up the off tackle between the hashes. And that's going to be a no gain, 3rd and 11 from the 7-yard line.
Conservative play calling here by Coach Custer over across the way. And very interesting here. Mount Vernon, 3rd and long now for Carbondale. I would expect where Carbondale is with a sophomore quarterback and Mount Vernon brings some heat, maybe a couple of blitzes here.
So Reeves will come on as a safety. And we'll see what the Rams go with here defensively with Carbondale out of the shotgun. Hoffman will work out a shotty. Time is a factor. Play clocks are down below 10. 5:15 to go in the first half. 27-14. Rams are on top. And Carbondale with a 4-wide set, looking to go left side, trying to burn the defensive end. Mitchell picks it, drops it though. Mitchell had it picked off, had a good look, won't matter, fell at the 40. And that'll bring up 4th down and 11 for Carbondale.
Great coverage by Mitchell. Stride for stride with Williams down that left side, just a go pattern like a fade. Ball was there, but Mitchell was there as well. Knocked it down, had an interception, just couldn't bring it in for the interception.
So Kelly will be forced to punt. Your deep men are Badger and Derek Hunter. They'll stand about the 45.
The offense has been good. Take a shot here at blocking one if it was me.
Oh, yeah.
Send him a guy.
Here comes the punt in the end zone. Steps to about. It's going to be Custer. We'll leave it alone. Custer had a deer, spotted a deer there as Hunter gave the deer in the headlights look at about the 35. And so it'll be good field position for the Rams, though. 1st and 10 from the 34 in Carbondale territory as they take over at the 4:56 mark of the first half, up 27-14.
Yeah, it's big, and it's big right now. And the fact I didn't know my BlackBerry could do that. Kind of shocked by that. Want to push that button. Now with Mount Vernon with 4:56 to go here in the first half, you put one in here, and Carbondale's really going to be looking at themselves at halftime. It'll be an extended halftime. Going to sit there longer to think about it. This is a big drive in this game.
And what a second chance auto halftime show we have lined up for you. We'll tell you the homecoming court. In addition, some scores from around the area amongst some other analysis. Handoff's going to be to Strickland right up the middle along that far hash. It'll be a gain of about 3 to bring up 2nd and 7. They make him a favorable spot. It'll be 4. This could go either way.
And you can pound the football. Again, you're Mount Vernon. You can pound the football, take some time off the clock. Work this clock down to get it near half, maybe score possibly. One of those things. Don't give Carbondale any time if you get the ball back here in this first half.
4:30 to play in the first half. 27-14 as we told you. Rams on top. And
what do we have?
I don't know. The hand
Face
signals
mask,
aren't real.
Chin strap broke.
Equipment issue.
Yeah.
So wardrobe malfunction for the Rams here. Not that kind. 4:25 to play in the first half.
It's not the halftime of the Super Bowl.
No, it's not. And so Badger will have to come off in favor of Zane Young. So they'll get that worked on, try to get Badger back out there. Splits to the left, it'll be Aaron Burge. Young will be down on the line with Mitchell, Williamson, and Strickland in the backfield. Play clock drops to about 13. 4:14 remains in the half with Reeves under center. Plenty of time. Kill some time off the clock's what he's doing. And now they're set with Mitchell in motion. He's going to come on a sweep to the near side, cuts back at the near hash, and then comes back to the 30. So probably cost himself 2 yards by cutting back to the near side. It'll be a gain of 1 to bring up 3rd and 6. Had a gain of 3.
Try to get a little more out of something that wasn't there.
Sometimes that greed will cost you. Not that greed is necessarily a bad thing on the football field.
No, that's called competitiveness.
There you go. There's the official ruling.
2 downs to get 5. Little 6 maybe. Get a first down, keep this clock moving as we roll under the 3.5-minute mark of the first half.
Still 27-14 Rams, still on this drive, looking to make some progress.
Just like the moon, half to go.
That's a drive that started at the 34-yard line. Now on the 30 where it's 3rd and 6, and the Rams want a timeout. This timeout's presented by Ford Square and King City Chrysler Center of Mount Vernon. You can count on us. King City Chrysler Center has the new Dodge Durango with best-in-class power, towing, and driving range. And after that, I got to know what the update is.
Pinckneyville 22, Nashville 7 at the half.
Please. I should have known by the reaction.
Gotta love
Of course, that scoreboard update is brought to you by Tony Wilt State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance and financial service needs, visit your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. He is conveniently located on 42nd Street in Mount Vernon and online at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Of course, you see that red Jeep out there, stop in. Tony would love to meet with you. Of course, that monstrous update we gave you a while back, also presented by Tony Wilt, as are every scoreboard update we give you on the air this season. Danny, of course, updating you on Twitter. Follow us at 94 Sports. You can like us on Facebook, WMIX Sports. You'll see some parentheses there as well with the number 94 in sports in there as well. And if you ever want to email us any scores or your thoughts or anything like that, feel free to do so. 94sports at mywithersradio.com.
Put it on Facebook.
What, our email address? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Tweet us, Facebook.
Put your thoughts on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Tweet us. Be careful of your direct message. Make sure you know what you're doing. 27-14 the score. Rams on top. It's going to be a sweep to Mitchell. Looking to go up that right side. Found a seam as he dove past, but looked like he might have fumbled the football around the 25.
Yep.
And don't be an instance where turnovers cost the Rams.
And this could be the second one as the officials untangle the mass of humanity there at the 26. Mount Vernon got it.
Carbondale, early reaction there, thinking they had it on the sideline. They didn't, so the Rams will have fourth and not very much, maybe 4th and 2. It was a gain of 4.
Main thing is Mount Vernon kept the ball. Now, opportunity. Clock keeps moving. Under 3 minutes before this next snap.
So 4th and short here for the Rams. And by short, we mean about 2 yards. At about the 26. We drop below the 3-minute mark here. 13-point advantage for the Rams with Mitchell in motion. He'll form a double wingback set there on the right side with Strick, your tailback. Badger back in the ball game left. It's going to be a fade route coming. He connects at about the 12, 10, 5. It was fumbled out of bounds. Shy of the 5. He was stepped on the 5, but he fumbled it out of bounds. His left arm was brought back at about the 7, so that'll be a first down on a 20-yard connection. And just like that, Leonte Badger, huge again, but a great throw, well placed by Clayton Reeves.
Clayton Reeves been like right on target tonight, and that's a 6th catch for Badger here in the first half.
I believe that puts him at near 30 for the season.
Yeah,
2:44 remains here in the first half. 27-14, Rams on top, looking at another score before the break.
Boy, again, another nail in that coffin to get that first win.
Reeves is under center. Man in motion, Williamson. He'll come around on a sweep to the left side. He'll be pulled down at the 9 for a loss of 2.
And that's okay.
It'll be 2nd and goal.
Because you'd rather see it kind of work its way down. Don't give Carbondale any time here in this first half if there's any way about it.
Well, that's valuable experience for the sophomore Williamson, too. Learn what not to do next time. Maybe see how things kind of undeveloped quickly there and see how you can make them develop the very next trip through whenever your number's called again. 2nd and goal from the 9. 2:17 to play in the half. Rams up 27-14 and looking to make it 33-34. With Reeves under center. Zane Young split to the left. Split to the right is Badger. Williamson, Strickland, and Mitchell, your tailbacks in order. It's going to be a handoff to Strick. Looking to go off tackle up the gut.
Not much there.
No, he might have gotten one if lucky to bring up 3rd and goal.
That's kind of what I was thinking. But what do I know? I'm glad I'm halfway knowledgeable in the game, getting information like that.
Confirmed by former offensive coordinator for the Mount Vernon Rams.
I need a chalkboard session with that person.
Mount Vernon Conference, of course, coming up. It's every Mount Vernon student's favorite 2 days of school because there is none.
Right here. It's
You're
my
not a
favorite
Mount Vernon student, but
no,
we'll
I'm
count Woodlawn grade school teachers as well.
I'm saying I am the biggest proponent of Mount Vernon Conference in the county.
Get a lot out of it. I'm glad to hear it.
I get a lot out of
tax
those 2
dollars
days.
appreciate that.
Yes.
3rd and goal for the Rams. Going to be a fade route for Badger. Out of his reach. Out of his reach near corner. And it'll be 4th and goal for the Rams. Oh, well, though. 1:14 to play in the first half. And what do you do here? Do you try to see if Duncan goes for the field goal, or do you just go for it? At 4th and goal with the clock stopped. What say you?
What say me?
Yeah.
I'd say I'm tweeting right now. And then I will decide to go for it.
All right, then.
I'll jump in the boat.
That said, who will be your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game? This next play could help make an impact on that. Come start a banking relationship at Community First Bank. You won't be disappointed. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. This time, of course, timeout now. 1:13 here in the first half. 27-14, Rams on top. It'll be 4th and goal from the 8-yard line as the Rams decide whether they're going to go for it or go for a field goal. Plenty more updates rolling in. We'll have a scoreboard update definitely at the half. Probably a couple of them at the half, with there being homecoming and an extended halftime show presented by Second Chance Auto. We've missed the top of the hour just by 3 minutes, though. We're in the window, so we'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
Mount Vernon Rams football on your radio at AM 940 WMIX Mount Vernon and worldwide with audio and video at mywithersradio.com. Free services from Withers Broadcasting.
There you go. That's who we are. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski, Jeff Crow in the booth, Reese Barnfield back at the studio.
Now they'll kick. I guess the thinking, too, when you're up 2 touchdowns, you get a field goal here. Carbondale's got to score 3 times to get to you. And Joel Duncan, Clayton Reeves will spot this at the 15th, so it'll be a 25-yard attempt from Duncan. See if anybody's lined up in the slot or anyone on a wing maybe to break out for a touchdown.
Snap is down. The kick is up, and it looks good from here. It is. So that's going to be a big field goal there. 30-14 because you turn it back into a 3-possession ball game even without a touchdown. 1:10 to play here in the first half. And Carbondale, I think in their last drive, burned a little. They're going to have to move quicker. Let's just put it that way if they're going to score before time expires.
Yes.
I'm feeling we're going to see a lot of deep attempts. Kate Custer's number may be called quite a few times.
6 plays, 66 yards in 3 minutes and 46 seconds for Mount Vernon again. Back to the Mount Vernon Conference. Can't wait. Best 2 days I have of the school year, I'm telling you.
Right there around week 10.
Hey, get me to be a leader in that thing, because I'm telling you right now, that is a great 2 days to get some stuff done and learn a lot.
Well, you learn a lot from coaches get together. I mean, you get together with like-minded departments and stuff. And
yes.
A great thing there, hosted here in the King City.
Wonderful 2 days.
Used to give me 2 days off of school.
Hey, it used to get me 2 days off of school, too. Now I'm actually going to it.
They had them around way back then?
Oh, yeah. It's like 35 or 36
I know how
years.
long it is. We actually did a live broadcast from one a couple of years ago.
Those will be respecting their elders around here or else. Yes.
1:10 to play here in the first half. Duncan on to kick. And he's not going to send it very far.
Ooh.
It'll be Ickner now at about the 30. He's going to try to come up, jam some guys at about the 35, stumbles to the 36. Brought down by Zane Young and Jacob Williamson. So it'll be 1st and 10 Terriers at the 1:04 mark of this first half. Rams with a 30-14 lead. Field goal courtesy, of course, by Mr. Duncan a moment ago. I believe it was of the 25-yard variety there, give or take. And now at 1:04 here in the first half, let's see if the Rams defense come up with a stop before the break. If you can get that stop, even though Carbondale will have the ball to start the second half, I think that's some momentum in your favor.
Huh. What would I do at conference this year? Normally what I do. Some things not.
Communicating with somebody watching on mywithersradio.com you are.
Yes.
And now a black streamer coming my way. That's good times. Fun times in the booth. It'll be a play from scrimmage to Reno Gibson trying to sweep up that left side. Brought down about the 42 for a gain of about 5.5. It'll bring up 2nd and nickel here for the Terriers as we drop below the minute mark. Surprised they ran it, but I think they'll be content just with being where they are.
They need to get in and regroup. That's what they're looking at right now.
Figured they'd empty her out. Custer's your quarterback. They'll send Hoffman into the right slot with Williams split right. A wing back here with Reno Gibson coming around on an end around. He'll be brought down at about the 42. It'll be no gain and timeout called by the Terriers on 3rd and 4.
Not. That's 2nd timeout for Carbondale. Got it.
So 27.2 seconds remain in this first half. 30-14 your score. Rams by 16, 3-possession game. As this timeout's presented by Ford Square. Check out the all-new Ford F-150. In fact, a couple of F-150 Platinums in the showroom there at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. It has been the heavyweight champion of trucks for 34 years. Check them out there at their Broadway location, Ford Square, with the best never rest. You can count on us. 27.2 ticks to go here in the first half. 30-14, Rams on top. And man, oh man, what a game we have brewing here. Some great games brewing everywhere, though.
Yes, and one of those is Shaquille Ivy from Marion has not played tonight. suffered that leg injury out here last week, played a few more plays and sat out, has not played, and that might be a reason why Koki is down or up, or Althoff's up on Marion 16-0. That's interesting because he is almost everything for that Marion offense.
Reminds me of the Ivy for Cahokia a few years back. Ivy's all over the place. 3rd and 4 for the Terriers. Custer, your quarterback, he's going to dial his own number, looking to roll up that left side. That'll be pushed ahead for a first down. That's gain of 5.
You know, when Custer gets the ball, he's going to run it every time.
Thought it was going to be his last stand there for a moment.
He's not going to give it up.
So 18.4 seconds now.
Sometimes you have to run off to the side when it's your last stand. You got to run wherever you can.
That's right. Bighorn your way through.
Yeah.
As we drop a little 10-second mark, Hoffman out of the shotgun was looking deep to pass. Had Gibson going up his left side, and there's going to be a flag on the play. It'll be a false start. Pushes her back 5 yards. Be 1st and 15 from the 43. Not a bad first half for the Mount Vernon Rams, if I may be Captain Obvious again.
This score will send some shockwaves around for Carbondale team 3-2 with hopes of getting in the playoffs. And with their schedule remaining, it's going to ding it up a little bit. Carbondale's going to call another timeout. Now everybody's used their timeouts in the first half.
All right, all gone. We call it good. This timeout's presented by Ford Square. Fuel economy redefined with the all-new 2012 Ford Fiesta. Over 40 miles per gallon highway. It's a pretty big deal there at Ford Square where the best never rests. 3.9 seconds to go here in the half. 1st and 15 for the Terriers from their own 44-yard line. Interesting to see what Dan Custer comes up with in the huddle. What would you do here?
I think at this point, no timeouts, 3 seconds left. Take a heave-ho and try it.
The old heave-ho.
Why not? Throw it down there and go.
Better than a Don-ho.
No, I don't know. It just depends on what train you might be on here if they want to throw it to Custer.
I got you.
Got me?
Okay. I feel you. 3.9 ticks to go on this first half clock. Terriers down 16. Surprised they're going to have anybody in the backfield.
Hook and ladder? Try something to score.
Williams will now come right slot with Custer split right.
5-step drop, throw it.
He's looking in right side. Now he's going to go straight down the middle. Reeves is there again with his 2nd interception. Looking to break to the 20. Time has expired. Just get out of bounds, and he'll do so to avoid injury. And Clayton Reeves picks up his 2nd interception of the ball game while having thrown only one. 30 to 14. The Mount Vernon Rams up 16 here at the break. We'll come back in a bit with your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Again, at the half, the Mount Vernon Rams 30, the Carbondale Terriers 14. This is Rams football on WMIX.
Hello, this is Hunt Bonin with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. As a Southern Illinois family-owned bank, we have stayed true to our roots by offering great products and services to the people in our community. With free checking, free online banking, and free debit cards, we are helping our customers save money while also providing the safety and security they expect from a community-focused bank. People's National Bank, proudly supporting Southern Illinois. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You still pay once a month to avoid fees.
Does this sound familiar? I can't stand this job. I just wish I had time to go back to school, but with work and family.
I know. I just enrolled in Rend Lake College's evening cosmetology program. They have evening classes that will even fit into your busy schedule. You can even graduate in less than 2 years. Classes are convenient to get to. They're in Studio RLC in Mount Vernon. They even offer financial aid.
What's this like? I've been out of school so long.
It's not your typical take notes. Listen to a lecture program. We will learn the latest styles and trends in cosmetology, and it looks like we'll have fun doing it. We'll be out on the salon floor getting hands-on experience and getting to know all kinds of people. By the time we're done, we'll be ready to jump into a new career and love our jobs for once.
Okay, how do I sign up?
I called 618-242-8459, but you can also check out their website at rlc.edu/studiorlc or stop by the RLC Marketplace in Mount Vernon.
If you or a loved one experience chest discomfort, pain, heaviness, shortness of breath, we at Good Samaritan Regional Health Center want you to know that every second counts.
I'm Freddy Shamsham. I'm an interventional cardiologist and a vascular medicine specialist. The American Heart Association guidelines recommend that the door to balloon should be at no more than 90 minutes. Here at Good Sam, we have averages 69 minutes. We have a 24-hour, 7 days a week, experienced staff on call, including a intervention cardiologist who are ready to respond to any emergency that presents.
Every second lost is precious heart muscle at risk. You have a first-class heart center right in your own backyard, where patients have access to the most advanced treatment available. For more information about our physicians and heart services, call toll-free 1-888-257-6098. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, close to your heart, close to home.
The Cardinals are world champions with 2000 former stealing home. He is third, 70 home runs. Take a ride on that for history. Swing and a home run. Get up, baby. Get up, get up, get up. Swing and a grand slam home run by Albert. He whacked it into Big Mac land.
Hi, this is Cardinals President Bill DeWitt. This year, Mike Shannon is celebrating his 40th year of calling Cardinals baseball. Mike has delivered countless memories and taught us about the game of life. Mike's career in the broadcast spanned 1,000 games, 8 U.S. presidents, and 5 baseball coaches.
Wow! Wow!
Now we are asking you to vote to nominate Mike Shannon, the highest honor given to a baseball broadcast, National Baseball Hall of Fame, Lord Cricket. Show the world you like Mike by voting to nominate Mike at cardinals.com/like. And Mike, on behalf of the Cardinals and all our fans across Cardinal Nation, thanks for 40 amazing years.
Last season, the St. Louis Rams were on the brink of the NFL postseason. What will be in store for the 2011 season?
Touchdown, St. Louis Rams. Lance Kendricks is in the end zone with a touchdown. The pocket collapses. Robert Quinn's going to pick up a sack.
2011 NFL season is upon us on your home for St. Louis Rams football. Join Steve Gillard and DeMarco Farr for St. Louis Rams football on AM 940 WMIX.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview and Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depend on your hometown professional. Pekin Insurance.
This season, fourth-year coach Dale Winnan and the SIU rookies are focused on getting back to their winning ways.
And Harris tips left out of block and a walk-in touchdown SIU.
Listen to all of the action this season right here.
Don't miss Saliki football on Withers Broadcasting X95.3 FM, 105.1 BCA, and 97.3 FM, the Tri-State Boomer.
I'm meteorologist John Fear. If you're looking for next ride weather, mostly clear, chilly tonight. Go down to 40, cool for tomorrow. Despite a good deal of sunshine, high only 64, clear and chilly tomorrow night down to 38. And Sunday night with a good deal of sunshine, high to 71. Monday, sunny and warm up to 77, nice and warm Tuesday. The sunshine, we're up to 79. Next ride weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Yes, you can. You can get a car for your teenager today at Second Chance Auto in Mount Vernon. Second Chance Auto has a terrific selection of good, clean, dependable vehicles. It's perfect for your teen to drive to school, from economical models to trucks and SUVs. Second Chance Auto has just what you're looking for. They're family-owned and operated, and they've been helping families like yours for over 32 years. Yes, you can get the best for your son or daughter. Call 244-4582 and get pre-approved right over the phone. Or stop in at Highway 142 East in Mount Vernon. Yes, you can at Second Chance Auto. This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX. The Second Chance Auto halftime show starts now.
And welcome back here to J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium at the break. The Mount Vernon Rams 30, the Carbondale Terriers 14. And the Rams looking to pick up their first win of the year here if they can hang on for 24 minutes of football time. It's extended halftime night here at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. As again, the Mount Vernon Rams with a 30-14 lead over the Carbondale Terriers. Second Chance Auto halftime show. Get the car you want today at Second Chance Auto. Second Chance has the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Proud Rams and Lady Rams supporters. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Again, the score here 30-14. Rams on top, just in case you're just joining us. And I believe we had a pretty comprehensive scoreboard update coming up. Let's take a look at it.
I'm ready right now. I'm going to be there on Twitter, and I'm updating it now on Facebook when I get done here. Of course, at the half of Mount Vernon, the Rams lead Carbondale 30-14. Altoff leaves Marion at the half 16-0. Centralia of Cahokia 20-8. Heron over Harrisburg 14-12. Murfreesboro over Massac County 28-7. Anna Jonesboro over Sparta 37-0. DuQuoin over Carterville 28-6. Pinckneyville over Nashville 22-7. CZR over Hamilton County 28-0. Sessionville Waltonville Woodlawn over Fairfield 14-12. This score is in the second quarter. Chester over El Dorado Trico 12-6. And in the third quarter, Mount Carmel, Illinois leads Jasper, Indiana 22-15.
Of course, those scores brought to you by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, visit your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. Conveniently located on 42nd Street in Mount Vernon or worldwide at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Any shockers in some of those scores?
You're looking at one of them right here.
Besides ours.
The way DuQuoin's manhandling Carterville, that's a surprise to me just because, you know, Carterville had a lot of expectations going into this year, and they are looking at their 16-year playoff streak going down the tubes as we watch here tonight. That's kind of a surprise. Of course, Marion losing at home to Altoff is a surprise until we found out Ivy was not in the lineup or has not played yet. Nashville being handled by Pinckneyville at home. That's a shocker a little bit. And I think Cesar leading at the half at Fairfield's another one that stands out to me.
Certainly, of course. We have plenty more to talk about on your Second Chance Auto halftime show, including your Heartland Accounting halftime stats. We need to take a quick break. We'll do that now. This is Rams football on WMIX.
A three-run homer for Albert Pujols. The guy is simply amazing. We've never seen anything like it before. He's one of the greatest players I've ever seen. Every time he comes to the plate, the stadium stops because we're all watching history. And the best part for us, we get to describe a grand slam home run by Albert. Don't miss history being made, and join us for Cardinals baseball on your Cardinals station. Listen for Cardinals baseball on today's hot country, WMIX. We are Cardinal Nation.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer, Ford Square, Mount Vernon. When you're talking about the 2011 Ford F-150 full-size pickup, two words pretty much sum up the whole deal: the best. Whatever the measure, the 2011 Ford F-150 full-size truck is best in performance, best in miles per gallon, best towing, best payload, best communication system. And now the best part is the huge incentive. Receive up to $6,500 cash back on the F-150 or receive 0% financing through Ford Motor Credit. We have the best inventory in Southern Illinois of the 2011 Ford F-150s, so come into Ford Square today at 1501 Broadway and let us show you the best truck in America, where the best never rests in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Isn't it great to live in a community where people give back and try to improve our area for the next generation? That's what we believe in and why our name, Community First, reflects this core value. If you would like to enjoy a personal relationship with your bank, make the move to Community First Bank and find out what community banking means. Simply stated, we are neighbors helping neighbors. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC.
We're Shelter Insurance.
We believe insurance agents should care about your bottom line as much as they do theirs.
We know practices and recitals are more important to you than premiums and deductibles. And we think being a large corporation doesn't mean you have to act like one.
We're the people behind the shield.
Shelter Insurance. For your auto, home, and life. We're your shield. We are your shelter.
I'm Alan Wiggers. For a free insurance review, see me at 206 South 9th Street. Go Rams.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And welcome back to J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. We're at the half. The Mount Vernon Rams with a 30-14 lead over the Carbondale Terriers. Rams, of course, looking for their first win of the year. 24 football minutes away if they can contain and hold on from that first win. Get bank rate financing at Second Chance Auto with the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles. Prices are $10,000 and bank rate financing for everyone. You can get the car you want today at Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Time now to take a look at your Heartland Accounting stats.
For those stats, we have first downs, Mount Vernon with 9, Carbondale with 5, turnovers are even at 1. Penalties, Mount Vernon 2 for 15, Carbondale 3 for 17. Rushing, Mount Vernon 83 yards to Carbondale's 28. Mount Vernon has 117 yards passing to Carbondale's 77. So Mount Vernon with 200 yards total offense in the first half to Carbondale's 105. Travis Mitchell for the Rams, 6 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Cade Custer, 5 carries, 20 yards, and a touchdown. Mount Vernon's Clayton Reeves, 8 for 13, 117 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Justin Hoffman for Carbondale, 3 for 6 for 77 yards. Leonta Badger, big first half, 6 carries, 83 yards, and 2 touchdowns. For Mount Vernon, Antrell Williams, 1 catch, 55 yards. For the Carbondale Terriers as Mount Vernon leads Carbondale at the half 30-14.
Get started right. Let Heartland Accounting help make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B. Your small business expert. 30-14. Rams lead here at the break. Of course, pardon me. It is homecoming night here, or weekend, at Mount Vernon Township High School. Of course, we'll take you through your homecoming court real quick. Your King candidates tonight, of course, where Gabe Habtemariam, of course, he is the son of Tracy. He was escorted by freshman Whitney Jones. Nathan Holt, the son of Jeff and Lori Holt, who was escorted by Hannah Wright. Daniel Morrison in the game tonight. He is the son of Robert and Sherry Morrison. Kirsten Farley actually escorted him tonight. Jonathan Smith, another King candidate, son of Bill and Gail Kirsch, and the late Keith Smith, was escorted by Madalena Overstreet. Blake Strickland also in the game tonight, son of Deb and Barry Strickland, and was accompanied by Alexis Stewart. And then, of course, the Trimbles, also homecoming King candidates. Tyron Trimble, who is the son of Shannon Gordon and Ty Trimble, was escorted by Hannah Carbonero, while Tyrell Trimble, the son of Tori Curry and Ty Trimble, was escorted by Allie Thompson. Your Queen candidates for tomorrow night's homecoming dance were Bethany Allen, the daughter of Mike and Becky Miles, was escorted by DeVar Davis. Alyssa Burge, daughter of John and Leanne Burge, who was escorted by Graham Hinkey. Kaylee Hughes, the daughter of Polly Pierce and Billy Hughes, was escorted by little brother of our quarterback, Dylan Reeves. Brooke Moore, another Queen candidate, of course, was daughter of Tom and Stephanie Moore, was escorted by London Marler. Marissa Morse, daughter of Susan Morse and Larry Monroe, was escorted by DeMontez Miller Gray. Monea Patton, daughter of Monica Campbell and Maurice Jones, was escorted by Brighton Steele. And Destiny Stroud, daughter of Boulder and Shelley Stroud, was escorted by Andrew Heiner. Reminder that your homecoming coronation here at Mount Vernon Township High School is at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Absolutely no admittance to the coronation will be allowed before 9:15. So the quote-unquote doors for the coronation will open at 9:15 tomorrow night. $3 to get in. The cause is worthwhile, as the money will go to the Mount Vernon Township High School Library. So again, $3 for the library if you want to watch coronation tomorrow night. Gabe Habtemariam, Nathan Holt, Daniel Morrison, Jonathan Smith, Blake Strickland, Tyron Trimble, and Tyrell Trimble are your King candidates, while Bethany Allen, Alyssa Burge, Kaylee Hughes, Brooke Moore, Marissa Morse, Monea Patton, and Destiny Stroud, they are your Queen candidates. That'll be a 10 o'clock coronation tomorrow night at Shagnon Gymnasium. The gates for that will open at 9:15, no earlier, and it's $3 to get in. This is your Second Chance Auto halftime show here at the break. The Mount Vernon Rams lead the Carbondale Terriers 30-14 here at the break. We'll take a quick break, gather our thoughts, come back with more halftime show after this. This is Rams football on WMIX.
More Americans are on the move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Beacon Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Beacon Insurance.
The world champion for 2000, former stealing off. He is third, 70 home runs. Take a ride on that for history. Swing and a home run. Get up, baby. Get up, get up, get up. Bang, and a grand slam home run by Albert. He whacked it into Big Mac land.
Hi, this is Cardinals President Bill DeWitt. This year, Mike Shannon is celebrating 40th year of calling Cardinals. Mike has delivered countless memories and taught us about the game. Mike's career in the broadcast games, 8 U.S. presidents, and 5 baseball. Now we are asking the fans to vote to nominate Mike Shannon, highest honor given to baseball broadcast, National Baseball Hall of Fame, George Frickles. Show the world you like Mike by voting to nominate Mike at Cardinals.com/like Mike. And Mike, on behalf of the Cardinals and all our fans across Cardinal Nation, thanks for 40 amazing years.
Last season, the St. Louis Rams were on the brink of the NFL postseason. What will be in store for the 2011 season?
Touchdown, St. Louis Rams. Lance Kendricks is in the end zone with a touchdown. The pocket collapses. Robert Quinn's going to pick up a sack.
2011 NFL season is upon us. On your home for St. Louis Rams football.
Join Steve Savard and DeMarco Farr for St. Louis Rams football on AM 940 WMIX. What happens when you add a new voice and more coaches' interviews to the Saturday Sports Show? You get 2 hours of talk you can't afford to miss. If you really want to stay up to date, you'll reserve a preset for AM 940 this Saturday, immediately following the 8 o'clock news. Beware, other sports shows are just talk. The new Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and MyWinnersRadio.com, presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is Rams football on WMIX, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back to J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. This is your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Bank rate financing and the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000. What's not to love about Second Chance Auto? Get the car you want today at Second Chance, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Proud supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams. 30-14. The Mount Vernon Rams 30. The Carbondale Terriers 14. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside here at the break. And Danny, not a bad first half by the Mount Vernon Rams.
No, it is not. It has been their best first half as far as this year goes. And again, don't be happy with just the first half. You're up by 3 scores. Get out here. And if you want a really happy homecoming tomorrow night, get out here and get a win against Carbondale. Enjoy that first win and do some things, and let's go.
Well, it'll be a lot more fun weekend after the homecoming, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Better week of practice next week,
Well, it
too.
makes for a better week of practice. You get a little hop in your step, a little giddy up, happy, and, you know, you go from there. And, again, you cannot be happy with just the first half. You got to be able to come back out here in this second half, play consistent football, put Carbondale away. The Terriers will get the ball to start the half, time to come out, make a stop. If you were to make a stop and go in and score, you have to feel pretty good about your chances. It all comes down to defense and not letting Carbondale make big plays.
There you have it. It's the bottom of the hour. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football on AM 940 WMIX Mount Vernon with video streaming on MyWinnersRadio.com, a free service from Withers Broadcasting.
Halftime score, Mount Vernon Rams 30. Carbondale Terriers 14 here at the break. Homecoming, so a lot of emotion riding here tonight. The Rams looking for their first win on the year. Again, Carbondale came in 3-2 on the year, 1-1 the South 7 Conference, while the Rams are 0-5 and 0-2 in the conference coming into tonight's play, now with a 30-14 lead here at the half. Get bank rate financing at Second Chance Auto with the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000 and bank rate financing for everyone. You can get the car you want today. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. DC's alongside. I'm Hugo here with you on WMIX. And let's go ahead and take another look at the scores just to kind of round them out before the end of the half.
How about I throw out a baseball score, too?
I'm sure folks would appreciate
that.
Yeah,
in the ALDS tonight.
In the ALDS.
Yeah, the ALDS. The Tampa Bay Rays got in the other night by the skin of their teeth and then won the first game. They 9-0 on the road at Texas. Detroit leads the Yankees in the Bronx 1-0 in the second in a rain delay. That, of course, would hurt New York worse than it would Detroit, even though Verlander's throwing tonight. Altoff in the third quarter leads Marion 16-6. At the half, Centralia over Cahokia 20-8. Heron over Harrisburg 14-12. These are all half times. Murfreesboro over Massac 28-27. AJ over Sparta 37-0. DuQuoin over Carterville 28-6. Pinckneyville over Nashville 22-7. Second quarter, Chester over Alvarado Trico 12-6. At the half, CZR leads Hamilton County 28-0. Cessna Valera Waltonville Woodlawn over Fairfield 14-12. And in the third quarter, Mount Carmel, Illinois leads Jasper, Indiana 22-15.
Scores presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, it's Tony Wilt, 42nd Street in Mount Vernon and South Water Tower Place. Or worldwide at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, click in like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Or check out the Jeep. The Jeep's in the parking lot. Tony Wilt would love to sit down and meet with you. Just stop on in like a good neighbor. As we said, State Farm is there. Homecoming weekend, Class of 91 reunion weekend. Big dance tomorrow night. Of course, coronation's at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Again, they will not take you if you're there for coronation before 9:15. So don't go in Chagnon. Let the kids have some fun up until 9:15. $3 to get in. Yeah, $3 to get in, of course, and proceeds go to the Mount Vernon High School Library. So not a bad little affair they have planned tomorrow in Chagnon Gym, as it's homecoming night for the children.
Yes, for the children.
For the children. Sure, all the girls have their dresses and all the boys have their tuxes.
And then tomorrow it's makeup,
shoes have been
nails,
dyed,
hair,
spend
all
a ton
day
on
long.
hair.
Yes.
Spend some little bit of money on the floral arrangements.
Yes. Some have hair, some will
If you're a
shine
guy
it
that
up.
was lucky enough to find a woman to pay for your own, you're pretty blessed. Split the pictures.
Yeah.
Of course,
Exactly.
the dress, you have to feel for the female with the dress.
Oh,
and
yeah.
especially here. Because, you know, in your Cessors and your Woodlawns and your, I didn't go to one at Waltonville, but in those schools, you don't wear a tux. You wear the shirt and tie. Here, you got to get the tux. And so for the guy, you got to shell out for 2 tuxes a year with homecoming and prom. And then you have the sweetheart dance where you don't have to wear the tux. But, man, oh, man, I remember those days. Cost quite a bit of money. And I was always out of my own pocket sometimes. I think my dad might pick up the tux, if I recall correctly.
It was sweater and khakis.
Nah.
Back in the day. Dress shirt, sweater,
Well,
tie.
in my time at some Cessor dances, just shirt and tie would get
Yeah.
you through. And the woman would still wear kind of a more formal
Sure.
dress, but not quite
Yeah.
a prom style.
Prom at Waltonville was tuxes.
Yeah,
Both years.
that's to be expected.
Right, it is prom.
Never understood why you had the tux at homecoming here at the King City, but the kickoff here to Carbondale in the second half will come at about the 25. Reno Gibson with it. Gets to the 30 now. He's between the hashes about the 31. Chased by a bevy of Rams. Will finally bring him down. Zane Young at the 35. It'll be 1st and 10 for Carbondale. We start this second half. Ixnay on the homecoming talk. 30-14 is your score. Carbondale trailing, but they'll start with the football. I think we just really broke down homecoming and dress attire.
And then the food before.
Oh, my.
Got to take him out to eat.
Well, see, at our prom back in the day, it used to be over across town, and we'd have food
Yeah,
there.
Holiday Inn. You'll Holiday Inn.
And then you'd have your name printed on the ticket because you had to turn in like 2 weeks ahead of time.
Yeah.
Who your date was here.
Right.
Gotta love
dinner
it.
before, dinner snack after, movie, whatever,
Yeah, whatever you're
whatever
into.
the kids do.
And it's going to be Hoffman, your quarterback, and it's a handoff for nothing in the back.
And Badger just laid a hit. And I don't believe he is getting up.
That is not a good time.
No.
First, it'll be 2nd and long now for the Terriers. Thought it was Bryce Reno Gibson, and that would not be good for Carbondale if it is. Not good for anybody if it is.
It's
obviously.
minus 3 yards on the run. Don't know who it is. It's not the quarterback. It's not Custer.
We're learning on. We have learned on the sideline down there from Jeremy Hall that they actually refer to their Wildcat set as Tebow and then a color, or how their plays are made.
Yeah.
He is our sideline source down there.
The
working
cameraman and
change.
I will have a discussion after the game regarding manners.
You mean dance night manners?
Right there. No, he had a sarcastic comment regarding other county school dances.
Had to be the sweater and the khakis, didn't it?
No, I'm not going to mention it. It's not worth the mention on the air. Nick
I heard
Carlson was the man down on the play.
And he'll get up, thankfully. He'll be assisted, but he'll hobble off.
Probably got the wind knocked out of him, I would say.
Mount Vernon 30, Carbondale 14, as Carbondale has 2nd and 13 on what will be the second play from scrimmage of this second half. The ball's on their own 33. And very A very limber Ram defense tonight. They've been able to get all over the field with some great coverage.
A lot of healthy bodies. And you go, what if, in the previous 5 weeks.
How about your safety, your quarterback, Clayton Reeves? He's been picked off once, but he's picked off 2 of theirs twice. That's what we call +1.
Yeah.
And so Terriers are trying to decide what they're going to do here as the injured man, Carlson, is still trying to get off of the field. He'll be helped aided off.
I think it's a leg. They're having trouble with his leg right now, right leg. So he probably may not be back the way that looks. He's questionable.
His return is questionable. Out of the shotgun, Hoffman with Gibson in motion. He looks to his left, has Williams going downfield, but finds Custer on that left side who can't come up with it. Dropped the football at about the 44.
Yep.
It'll be 3rd and 13.
Pass was there. He was running towards the sidelines. Ball was on the inside shoulder on the lead. He stuck his hands out. Couldn't catch it. I mean, if he caught it, was able to corral it in, he had some running yardage. Basically, him one-on-one going the rest of the way. Mount Vernon had a linebacker on him. If he catches it, he's going to make big yards, if not a touchdown.
Had he lowered his shoulder and went to his man on coverage,
yes,
he might have broke for a TD. Hoffman out of the shotgun. He'll have Reno Gibson in motion. Looking to his left for Williams again. Plenty of time in the pocket. Flushed out near side. He'll run and make a break at the 30-35. Push out of bounds 40. If they give him the 41, it would be a gain of about 8 on what was 3rd and 13. Brings up 4th and maybe 5 or 6.
Well, I would say they'd have to punt at this point. You give Mount Vernon possession here, and then again, they may not have time down 3 scores.
4th and 6. Ball on the 41-yard line. Josh Brinson pushed the man out of bounds. And they're going to bring Kelly out in the punt.
They have to punt. I mean, it's one of those deals. You don't want to go for it here and miss it, and then Mount Vernon has a short field. I don't think an onside kick is able here at this point.
11:18 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 30-14, Rams on top. Get the ball back. 4th and 6, barring any trickery. As the Terriers have the ball spotted on their own 41. Kelly is standing about the 26 to punt.
Carbondale's wasting a lot of time. That's a delay of game on Carbondale unless they got a timeout. Well, they did. That's a waste of timeout. You come right out of halftime there, and you can't get everybody on the field. They had 10 guys on the field, and then they get the 11th guy on and have to call timeout. That is going to be – somebody's going to be in some trouble on the other side.
Yeah, I don't think that's what they intended. And this timeout's presented by Ford Square and King City Chrysler Center, where you can count on us. King City Chrysler Center has the all-new redesigned Jeep Grand Cherokee. Check it out, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. 11:18 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 30-14 your score, Rams by 16. So it's a 3-possession ball game here for Carbondale, and what is proving to be for some a shocking night in the South 7 Conference. Of course, the Centralia was leading Cahokia last check at the half, 14-6. And I know Marion was trailing Althoff without Shaquille Ivy at this point.
And a long snapper out with an injury as well.
Yikes.
The Gooch is out.
That is not necessarily a guy you want to be without.
Uh-uh.
Speaking of long snappers and punters, Kelly's back out to punt. Your men to receive on the near side, Badger. Far side, it is Hunter at about the 30. That's not going to get as far as they had hoped. Hunter's going to let it fall. It'll take a Ram bounce at about the 33. Kester had his feet placed at 32, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams in their own territory.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad. Take it and go.
Guessing you just had a Pinckneyville-Nashville update.
Pinckneyville's leading Nashville 30-7.
Call me crazy. That's these score updates tonight presented by Tony Wilton State Farm Insurance, lest we forget. 11:09 on the clock here. 3rd quarter action for J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Rams and Terriers. Rams up 30-14. And the black and orange looking to take it to the Dogs here, going right to left on your radio dial. Under center will be Reeves. Split to the left, Badger. Split to the right, it'll be Aaron Burge. They'll load up the wingbacks here on this left side with Strick, your tailback, with Mitchell motion now. And it's going to be a quick pitch on the left side to Strick. And Blake Strickland found a nice seam on that left side. Got a gain of about 5. It took him, actually more than that, 7 as it takes him to 39.
You're in a mode now, up by 3 scores. You can pound the ground a little bit now. And you can do some different things here. You get 6 yards, 7 yards there. You keep doing that. Pound the ball on Carbondale. Make them work a little bit. You grind it down on them here and drive down and score. And it might just put an end to this. And Carbondale might just take their ball and go home.
The line is ready to go. 10:30 to play in this 3rd quarter. Rams with a 16-point lead. Badger will be down on the line, as will Burge. Three backs in the backfield, two wings and a tail, and it's going to be Reeves going out to the near side of the pass. It comes on the back foot at the hash. Badger will run into his man. Great play by Badger to tip it away from number 7, it looked like, Charlie Avishi.
That's a tough play for the quarterback. He pulls out of center, fakes a handoff, turns his back to where he's going to throw the ball, has to turn back around, pick up where his receivers are at, and there was some coverage, some rush on Reeves at the time, some fair rush, and he turns around and throws that ball. And again, it's a tough play when the quarterback has to turn their back and then find the receivers again. That's a tough thing, especially at the high school level.
Always tough to roll on naturally. That's exactly what it was. Third and 3 from the 39. Reeves under center, split left Burge. On the right is Badger with Mitchell in motion. False start on the Rams.
Oh, that'll change the playbook from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8.
Kyle Nelson just got a little too excited. False start will push it back 5. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Rams on their own 34. So things change there a little bit. What is it?
DuQuoin has a home field in Southern Illinois, not named Van Meter. It's at Carterville as they lead Carterville 34-6 in the 3rd. Now that comes off a blowout win 3 years ago, blowout win last year. Now I don't think they've allowed more than 6 points in a game right now to Carterville.
That's not pretty for the Lions. That'd be their 4th loss, and there's a flag on the play.
Well, that might be on Mount Vernon again. 5 yards for lining up off sides.
And penalties just like that, causing a little bit of hurt here on the side of the Rams. 10:15 to play in the 3rd quarter, still 30-14. And still 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 12 this time. Ball moves all the way back to the 29. Not quite what the Rams had envisioned on 3rd down. I think we all know what may be coming here. They're going to stick Williamson in the right slot. Split right is Burge. Split to the left, it'll be Badger with Mitchell in the left slot. Your lone back is Blake Strickland with Reeves under center. He's looking for a quick connect here. Nice turn there at the 30 by Badger. He'll shake a man out of his boots at the 45. Falls to the 47. And that'll be an 18-yard gain on a quick connect on the left side. A little curl there even by Leonte Badger. And give him credit.
You can't do that if you're Carbondale. I mean,
cornerback,
it's one-on-one coverage, and the safety's back there doing nothing. He fell down, and he was lucky to get a hand up, and Badger goes off and spins on a quick
cornerback.
Pass.
Watch the feet, not the waist, and that was the result of that play. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams as they move the chains. 9:54 to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's 30-14. Rams by 16, a 3-possession game. They hope to make it 4. Mitchell in the left slot, Williamson in the right slot. Reeves looking back to pass in this 4-wide set. He'll throw a fade to the near sideline. And it's lone dead before it goes out of bounds, but out of bounds it was headed. It'll be 2nd and 10 now on the 46 in Ram territory as they look to try to keep things going here. Rams football, of course, presented by Banterra Bank. Whether retirement is years or months away, open a retirement account that fits your lifestyle perfectly. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. Got to watch out what you're doing sometimes. I forgot this is a 2-sided roster. Had it on the Centralia side. That'll impact you. Reeves under center here. Some protection down on the line. Left is Burge. Split right is Badger. It's going to be a handoff to the tailback. Mitchell runs off tackle up the left hash to about the 49. Gain of 4. Will bring up 3rd and 6. So a nice run there. Kind of give them a little bit of a buffer on 3rd down. As we fall below the 9:20 mark of this 3rd quarter.
Keep these distances and downs relatively short and manageable.
9:07, so we'll drop below the 9-minute mark on this here. 6 on the play clock. Down to 4. Rams do hurry. It's a handoff to Mitchell. Runs up the gut. Won't quite get 1st down yardage. He's short. It'll be a gain of 5, though, to bring up 4th and a long one. So not bad. You take some more time off the clock, and that's what the Rams need to do here, because when Carbondale has scored tonight, it's been quick. Of course, that's only been one offensive score. The other one was an 88-yard kickoff return that took 6 seconds. Reeves gets some instruction, so they're going to go for it here. I stand correct. It's going to be 4th and 1.5. So a longer one than projected as we drop below 8:30. Rams 30, Terriers 14. Looking to keep this drive going here on 4th down. Reeves is under center. They're going to put 2 on the left, 1 on the right as far as split. Of course, that one left man's in the slot. Strick gets it, runs off tackle. Has 1st down yardage on forward progress.
The referee moved back. It's, boy, oh boy, if he goes off the right foot, the nose has got to touch that. This is going to be a measurement, and I'm scared with this crew.
Oh my gosh. Forward progress had him at about the 40. You're kidding me. They spot the ball at the 45 behind where forward progress carried him. Forward progress had him down at about the 43-yard line. No excuse for that.
Nope.
8:02 to play in the third quarter. It'll be a turnover on downs, and I'm hot if I'm Jared Shaner. Wow. That is not good. 1st and 10 for the Terriers. It'll be 1st and 10, as I said. The ball is on the Carbondale side of the 45. Now the shotgun Hoffman, and the Rams are offside, and I don't blame them. All kinds of flustered after a horrible spot. That isn't even where they were stopped, let alone where forward progress took them, but we'll let it die. It'll be 1st and 5 now for the Terriers at midfield.
Speaking of that DuQuoin score, in 2.5 going on 3 games now, DuQuoin has outscored Carterville 114-25.
Oh my. 30-14 here. Rams on top. Carbondale with the football. 1st and 5 from midfield. Hoffman out of the shotgun. Has Custer lined up on the right. Split is Reno Gibson up the gut. He got forward. It'll be 2nd and 1. As it was 1st and 5, we drop below the 8-minute mark. Who will be your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game? Great traditions aren't given, they're earned through hard work and commitment. And that's just what they believe in. Community First Bank, proud sponsors of the Rams. A great tradition. Hoffman will go direct snap to number 3 this time, Mikkel Gary. That'll be off tackle for a gain of 1. Should be enough. They won't mess this spot up. So it'll be 1st down as the chains move. And not even trying to rip on the officiating.
Yeah.
That was just a bad spot that cost the Rams. 1st and 10 for the Terriers on the Ram 44. 7:24 mark of this third quarter.
Now what do we got shaking?
The Rams defense looks confused as far as where they're supposed to be. Grider and Thomas Weber, some miscommunication. There's a flag.
5 on Carbondale backwards.
So it'll be 1st and 15 now, back to the 49. So penalties keeping it moving both ways, back and forth. 7:23 mark of the third quarter. And here we go again. Man, oh man, what a night. All kinds of stuff going on here. Hoffman will be in the shotgun. 9 on the play clock. 7:05 on the scoreboard. Split to the right, Kester. He'll have 1 in each slot. Split left. Reno Gibson the back. He looks left side. And it'll be well over his intended receiver, number 25, Dion Woolley. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Now that pass, he was too wide open for too long, and then he just stepped under and overthrew it. Ball floated, stepped under, dropped the elbow, arm drops, ball flies over the receiver. And there's no slope on the field, so it can't blame that. It's not the old Texas Stadium.
Justin Hoffman still out of the shotgun. Custer on the right, Woolley on the left. And that'll be in and out of the hands of the intended receiver at the 45-yard line to bring up 3rd and 15. And that was Woolley again.
The old Tom Landry, coach of the Cowboys many moons ago, receivers that would drop passes like that with gloves on, they'd get to come to the sidelines, he'd take their gloves, and you go back out there. And Carbondale has several receivers wearing gloves tonight, and those footballs are end up on the ground that they're trying to catch.
They're going to swap some personnel around. They're going to put Custer on the line left side. Split Williams left. Reno Gibson, a wingback in motion. It'll be a handoff to Gibson. The play is running up that left hash. Now cuts back out to the sideline on the 30. 25, 20, 15. It's a foot race to the end zone. Touchdown. 49-yard touchdown run for Bryce. Reno Gibson makes it 30-20 with the PAT pending. No flags anywhere.
Yeah, that hurts.
So the Ram run defense was actually pretty good tonight. Let's once get by there, and that'll be a 49-yard touchdown scamper from Reno Gibson left to right. He was a wingback on the near side, which would be right. Cuts across the hash and just absolutely makes a run for it as he's able to diagonal himself towards that far sideline. Able to get in at the corner. So it's 30-20, PAT pending. Still a 2-possession game regardless of the result of this PAT, but that's not quite where you wanted it if you're the Rams. So you go from bad spot TOD to a Carbondale TD. Not quite what you wanted. There's a penalty marker on the PAT. False start on the Terriers, pushes it back. Wow. It's a game of, they say it's a game of yards, but sometimes when it turns into that game of inches. I mean, it's the difference of the Rams getting a first down there and maybe keeping the chains going to Carbondale being within 10.
Yeah, and that's the issue. And I mean, that's the frustration is you and I both saw the official spot that football beyond the 45, which would be at the 44. He comes trotting in and moves it a yard backwards. Go figure.
Sometimes that's the way the game shakes out, is they will move it back 5.
Sometimes the way this crew shakes out, too.
There you go. Kelly to attempt the point after again. Hoffman the holder. Here comes the kick. Rams almost get there. It has plenty of distance. It's no good.
That hurts Carbondale.
So now it's a touchdown and field goal game.
You know what? You're down 10. And if you make the extra point, you're still down 9. You're still down 2 scores. Why not go for 2?
Yeah, to where you can make it 1 possession.
Right.
Yeah.
That made no sense to me just then.
None here whatsoever.
All right.
It doesn't have to make sense, apparently.
I guess not.
You know what does make sense?
What?
Banterra Bank.
Yes,
Don't get sacked. Take control of your health care expenses with a tax-advanced health savings account. Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. Member FDIC. They'll help you save your cents. Know that.
Yeah.
There you go. Official voice of the Rams. 6:40 to play. We're here in the third quarter. The Rams lead 30-20. What transpired there was a 49-yard touchdown run by Bryce Reno Gibson, the hyphen. Took it in left side for the touchdown. PAT was no good. It was a false start on Carbondale the first attempt. Second one was no good, and that's where we stand. 30-20, Rams on top, looking for win 1.
Bryce Reno Gibson needs to play in the hyphen bowl one time. He'd feel right at home.
Yes, he would.
And now you're up 10 with
Chain Gang.
6:40 to go. Chain Gang.
Well, a member of the Chain Gang tells us they were shorted a full yard on the spot.
Well, that's fine, but a member of the Chain Gang needs to understand the referee made it a yard past that and then brought it back.
Right.
Doesn't matter on the spot. That's after the fact.
Right.
But
then,
hey, onside kick maybe from Carbondale?
We'll see. One would have to assume. We'll see.
I would
Kelly's
say
coming
not
with here.
unless they're going to really start these guys because they're getting a 15-yard run here. It doesn't look like it. No.
And they're going to kick it towards the left side, though, on the pooch, as you said, there to get it. The Rams at about the 25. That was a great hands play there by Miles Tate. Came up about 10, and it'll give Rams decent field position. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 6:36 mark of this third quarter.
It's a game in Marion right now, end of 3. Althoff 16, Marion 13.
Ooh, Cats making a comeback.
Cats are trying to come back against Althoff.
And if Althoff can hang on, man, that conference race gets interesting, especially the Orphans.
And then Carbondale travels up to Belleville East next week to play Althoff.
Interesting. That should be a dandy. Maybe. Would have been. We'll see what happens. 6:36 to play in the third. I'm kind of doubting some of the things we were told.
Yeah, when it started the night, yes. Way we're finishing, no.
Reeves will be under center. Burge will go left. Badger back to the right.
Timeout Mount Vernon.
And the Rams did not. Something did not compute there on that particular play. This timeout's presented by Ford Square and King City Chrysler, where the best never rest. 6:36 to go here in the third quarter. 30-20 your score. Carbondale with the lead as we're 4 shy of the top of the hour here on WMIX. Not sure what you go with here if you're the Rams. I mean, you have to hope now that your attitude remains as it was, a positive one. It was momentous at times, but just a lot of issues now coming. Maybe deflated, maybe not.
You cannot be too conservative in this point. You can't start going in a huddle. You can't start going in a shell and kind of watching the clock, waiting for the clock to run out so you can win. You saw that Carbondale tonight doesn't take long to score. If they're not running a kickback, Carbondale's been able to score on 4 plays and 5 plays for their 2 touchdowns. Doesn't take them long. So if you're Mount Vernon, you can't go in a shell here. You got to do what got you to this point so far. Keep being aggressive.
Reeves has had a heck of a night. He's back under center. Man in motion is Mitchell. It's going to be a sweep coming up that left side. Gets a block from Strickland at about the 35, rather. Trying to get to the 40, rather. But there was a flag there at about the 34.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
It's coming back. Going to work out to be about a 7-yard penalty on the hold. And Mount Vernon, who has done so well so far this year without getting a bunch of penalties, has 5 in the game and 3 in this third quarter.
Certainly not what you want to see.
Focus and execution here is what you got to do.
It would have been a gain of 3. Hold will make it a loss of 7 and bring up 1st and 17 if we're accurate. So they will bring the ball back. 30-20. Rams up 10 at the 6:29 mark of this third quarter. Glad to have you with us on mywithersradio.com and, of course, on your radio here on WMIX. Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski, Jeff Crow with us in the booth. He's your cameraman, director of this broadcast on MWR.com.
It's his baby.
You betcha. We love it. Reeves under center, split left Burge on the right Badger. Williamson is going to be in motion. It's a reverse to Mitchell. It worked before. Rams unable to complete the block. That was a great attempt, though, on a block by the Ram O-line. I thought it was maybe Eli Phillips in on that one, but just could not get it complete.
Gosh.
Mitchell would have been off to the races.
If he could have just guided him outside, not worry about blocking him down to the ground, just drove him somewhere, let him block his way out of play, Mitchell could have cut up and got big yardage.
Was a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 15 now. Ball's on the 28-yard line in Ram territory. We'll see what they come up with here. Wing back right will be Williamson. Wing back left will be Mitchell. Double wing back here on the left side. The other back is Strick. In motion is Mitchell. Reeves is going to roll out to the near side. The pass throws off balance. Streamer in the way. Can't see. It was intended for Jacob Williamson at midfield. He couldn't catch up with the throw, and it's 3rd and 15.
Only thing in the way there was white jerseys. And again, rolling Clayton Reeves out, having to turn with his back to the secondary, coming out, rolling to his left. Then he throws it, sometimes maybe without looking. It's just a thing of, man, that's a tough play for a quarterback, especially at the high school level, to turn his back and then have to go back to look where he's throwing, and now it's 3rd and long.
See how the Rams react here. You'd hate to see it start to kind of unravel at this point.
Yeah, and that's what you're staring at right now. Clock stop at 5:27 to go. This has been a longer third quarter than it was the first 2 quarters.
5:27 remains in the third quarter. 30-20. Rams on top. Still a 2-possession game at this point. 3rd and 15 from their own 28. Reeves under center. Badger split left. Reeves is going to roll to the left side to pass. Looks for Badger, connects to the 40. Badger shakes a man. Trying to get down to the 45. Falls near midfield. And Badger is there again at the 49-yard line. A 21-yard completion. And credit Clayton Reeves for having the patience to find his man. And credit the offensive line for giving him the time to throw.
Well, first down again. Badger with 8 catches. And another first down, and Mount Vernon pushes the chains, pushes the clocks, and we're off and going here.
Man, it's going to be a tough call tonight for your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game.
Co-players?
May have to be. We'll see. Badger goes back to the right, Burge back to the left. Balloons from the homecoming night flying across J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium with Reeves under center. Left wing back, of course, will be Travis Mitchell. On the right, it's Williamson. Tailback was Strick. In motion was Mitchell. Won't matter. Strick's can go right up the gut between the hashes. Gain of about 2. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 as he gets to the opposing 49-yard line. So we fall below the 4:45 mark. Third quarter action from J.D. Shields. Glad to have you with us here, the former Vernoy Field. A 10-point lead for the Orange and Black. 30-20. Rams just looking to take some more time off the clock, keep this drive going. That's going to be key. How much time can you kill?
Well,
while being
yards,
productive.
Keep the clock moving.
Reeves, of course, under center. Badger on the right. Burge on the left. The junior having a great night. It's going to be a handoff to Strick up the middle again. Carries a man between the hashes. Forward progress should have taken him to about the 43. He was pushed back to the 45. Let's see where they spot it this time.
Well, the problem is
these officials don't apparently believe in forward progress.
No.
He was carried all the way to the 43, and if you notice both times, the side judge over here is where the ball is supposed to be spotted, and they're not paying attention to where he is. And he's not doing anything to correct it. And that's unfortunate.
Now, we saw that last week a little bit, but as it is.
3rd and 3 here from the 44-yard line. Great basketball crew some of these guys are, though. And Reeves will be under center again. And in motion, Williams. He's going to carry it on a sweep coming left side. Has first down yardage. Breaks at the 35. Cuts back towards the near hash at the 30. Pulled down about the 28. So Jacob Williamson, the sophomore, comes up big. And that'll be a first down to keep the chains moving and keep the clock running.
Yep, younger guy on the field producing at the varsity level. It's going to be around 2 more years. Clock keeps moving. First down again, Mount Vernon.
Help make your kids' future a victory by teaching them the importance of saving today with Bantera's Smart Kids Savings Account. Bantera Bank, banking with local style, member Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. The official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams. Reeves back to under center. Same formation, not much changing here tonight. You know the personnel by now. It's a reverse to Mitchell. It's worked 4 times. And now he cuts back to the near hash, gets to about the 25, gain of 4, brings up 2nd and 6.
Mitchell had the Carbondale read the play. Their end stayed right there waiting on that play. Mitchell saw it and made a tremendous move to cut back to his left to get away and get those 4 yards. It was read well by Carbondale, just Mitchell made a better play.
Now we drop to the 2:40 mark of the third quarter, 30-20. Glad to have you with us as Rams seek their first win. They're up 10 here late in the third. They're going to go ahead and bring Badger down on the line. Keep Mitchell as a wing back and split with Burge only with Mitchell in motion. Rolling back to pass, looking for the quick connect, and it's completed to Strickland at the 20. Big pass his man at the 10, a great block as it's a touchdown. I think Badger ended up having a game-changing block there. En routes the touchdown for Strick. It's a 25-yard touchdown pass for Clayton Reeves.
Yeah, and Badger gets credit.
Jeez.
Block.
Did you see that Badger block? Apparently you did because you talked about it. Wow.
Yeah.
He leveled, I believe, number 56 for John Ickner. And wow.
Yeah.
36-20. The Rams up 16. Could make it 17.
8 plays, 67 yards, 4 minutes and 15 seconds. And
Did
Mount
you
Vernon's
see
up.
that?
I saw it.
I know, but man.
Yeah, he's picking up his dental bill right now.
Now that is Ram football that we have come to know and love. 2:17 remains in the third. Wow. Did you see that block?
I got you.
Okay. Just making sure. Here
I
comes
did.
the kick on the PAT. Almost blocked, but a great job there by Duncan to fire a bullet through the uprights. And it's 37-20. Wow. I don't know how the helmet stayed on, let alone the face mask on the helmet. And with 2:17 to go here in the third, it'll be a change of possession on the ensuing kickoff. And jeez, what a football game we have here. Glad to have you with us. We're past the top of the hour. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
The best Rams broadcast coverage is right here. AM 940 WMIX Mount Vernon and worldwide at mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
And we're back at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Not that we really ever left. We just told you who we were. I'm Chris Hugo. He's Danny Czerwinski. Jeff Crow, your videographer here tonight on mywithersradio.com. Reese Barnfield's back at the studio. We're glad to have you with us, whether you're on your computer, whether you're on your radio in your car, at home, on your iPhone, on your Android. No word on the BlackBerry. Need to try that sometime. Make sure our video stream works on there as well. 37-20, Rams on top after a 25-yard touchdown pass to Blake Strickland. Just a quick connect on a short curl there. Got a great block from Badger. Strick was able to blow past another guy at about the 10 and run it right in, maintaining his foot composure the entire time. Here comes the kick, and it'll be about the 5 to Williams. He's going to try to cut back to this near side. Now shakes back and cuts again. Rams having trouble containing him at about the 20. Finally bring him down right about there. He cut back and forth around the hashes between the 15 and 20 and just kind of tried to juke and jive and get more out of it. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 21 for the Terriers.
Marion
must have an update.
Marion leads Althoff 20-16 in the late fourth. Also, Effingham is winning their game as well.
Very nice. Of course, I have a feeling we'll have the option of Effingham, Mater Dei, and maybe Centralia.
I would say we're gonna have options on Friday and Saturday now. I feel a little bit better.
As things are starting to break out. Effingham just kind of had a tough way to open.
Well, it was our pep talk after 2 weeks. I'll straighten up here. Don't know if they'll be at home in week 10, but they got to get in first.
Yeah,
but,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Hoffman's out of the shotgun. Elects not to go Reno Gibson. Now flushed out of the pocket, chases to his left side. Completes to, did he complete to Custer? Did he hang on? He did. Near the far sideline at about a 9-yard gain. And they're going to give him a first down. Wow.
All right. Ooh, excuse me. Things get exciting.
1:45 mark of the third quarter. 37-20, Rams on top. Hoffman looked for the deep ball to Williams. Tipped away by Badger at the 45 in Ram territory. As I'm out of breath, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Wow. How about the Rams secondary tonight? Rams secondary's come up huge. Tipping passes, batting passes, interceptions, 2 by Clayton Reeves tonight. Huge. Partner's speechless. 37-20 the score. You're blown away by this secondary.
No, I'm actually.
You could have just pretended like you were. 1:37 to go in the third. Out of the shotgun, Hoffman, empty backfield, but now a man in motion. It'll be, was that Williams on the carry? There's a flag coming from the side. It'll be against Carbondale, I think. Reno Gibson did have the carry on the end around. So that's going back 10 on the holding call on Carbondale. Yes, it's accepted. I can't fathom why you would. Now, there you go. It's declined. It'll be 3rd and 10. 90 seconds remain in the third quarter. 37-20 your score. And we wait to see what the Terriers are going to do. They're going to bring Custer and Williams to the right. Woolley still on the left with Reno Gibson in a slot. Out of the shotgun, Hoffman. Looking around, goes left side, and it's going to be a catch, and we're to the races. Great catch there to slot, a touchdown-saving tackle, as that was to Woolley. Strickland gets a touchdown-saving tackle at the 38-yard line in Ram territory. And Strick's going to hobble, too.
Yeah, that was a touchdown tackle there. Woolley was off and running, and a Mammoth was moving, and that was a first down, 25-yard pass.
Wow. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Terriers. They're in Mount Vernon territory as the chains move tremendously. Great play there by the Terriers. Hoffman will stay out of the shotgun. Williams in the slot, Custer right side. Gets a nice block in the backfield there, and Williams connects. Just touch him with one hand there as he fell on his knees. They're going to say it was incomplete.
Thank you.
That was a completed pass, I thought. Just past the 30, down about the 27. They rule incomplete. I can't believe it.
No replay.
The video on mywithersradio.com showed that was a completed pass. Oh, man, and that will haunt Carbondale. 1:11 to play in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Ball's on the Ram 37. Speaking of which, they lead this 37-20. Yeah. And Hoffman, the sophomore, he'll be scary the next 2 years, is going to keep it himself, rolls to the left side, trying to find some running room, gets to the sideline nearby it anyway, won't get out of bounds.
Nope.
Gain of about
running.
3.
That helps us.
That'll be 3rd and 7 as we drop below the minute mark here in the third quarter. The Rams just playing inspired football tonight. Again, be it homecoming, be it just being at home, be it some inspiration we may not be aware of, but they've played great football here tonight just to gain a 2, so not 3. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 35, and we'll have a flag.
1:35 to go. Marion leads 2016. They had a hold, and there you go. Not much more. And Mount Vernon just got another penalty, 5 yards.
Offsides, it'll be 3rd and 3.
One final, DuQuoin beats Carterville 34-12 tonight. In 3 games at Carterville, DuQuoin has outscored Carterville 121-13 on that turf.
I was saying, we're going back to the turf here.
Yeah, turf years.
Wow, 35 seconds to go, 3rd and 3 for the Terriers as they look to threaten. Ball is on the 30 in Ram territory. Can the Rams come up with a stop here? Have to be within, get close to field goal distance for the kicker, Kelly. It's a handoff to Gibson. He'll go up the right side, but did he get enough? My perspective is not great for that particular spot of the football.
The referee stepped back on that one, too.
So it'll be 4th and short. So it's going to be a gain of 2. It'll be 4th and 1 here for Carbondale. I wouldn't imagine we'll get this playoff. 4 seconds in the third quarter as the ball is on the 27. And that's going to allow time to expire. We're at the end of 3. The Mount Vernon Rams 37, the Carbondale Terriers 20. This is Rams football on WMIX.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins of Community First Bank. If you're looking for a bank with stability, integrity, and a growing presence in Jefferson County, I invite you to stop by and open an account with us. We have free checking, safe deposit boxes, free internet banking, and debit cards tied to our local schools. We also have lenders with the ability to make decisions about your needs. We understand that not every person or business falls within some loan underwriting model, but where character still matters. For all of your banking needs, Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
This is Jeff Schmidt. You know where to go to see the hard-to-find Chevrolet Equinox. Schmidt Chevrolet in Mount Vernon. Equinox has been the Consumer Digest Best Buy for 2 years in a row. It's the most efficient crossover on the road and gets 32 miles per gallon highway. Equinox is a top safety pick, which is important for you and your family. The Equinox is one of the hottest sellers of Schmidt, and we'll find the one that's just right for you. Come see us. Our professional sales staff can't wait to speak to you. Nobody will treat you better than Smith Chevrolet in Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Back to the 94 Sports Mobile Studios on WMIX.
And welcome back to J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium here on WMIX and online at mywithersradio.com. Glad to have you with us. Whether you're watching online or listening to us on terrestrial radio, of course, we wouldn't have it any other way. Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski alongside. As we start the fourth, the Mount Vernon Rams lead 37-20 over the visiting Carbondale Terriers in South 7 Conference action. And Danny, 4th and 1 here for Carbondale. Obviously going to go for it here, just 4th and short from the Ram 27.
Yeah, and boy, 1 quarter to go. Can you get something done? You know?
Oh, exactly.
Can you get something done?
That can definitely be unnerving, and we have a feeling they're going to go with a goal line formation here. Bring some extra protection on the wings as they're trying to get things straightened out as we switch sides.
Getting lined up, make sure everything's ready to go.
Terriers are going right to left now as we switcheroo. Fresh 12 minutes on the clock. Hoffman, quarterback keeper, looks like he got it no problem.
Quarterback keeper, it is enough for a Terrier first down.
37-20 is your score. Of course, the Rams by 17. It'll be 1st and 10 on the fresh set of downs for the Terriers. But still, that last Ram touchdown was absolutely huge, getting it back after some adversity. And now it'll just be a matter of containing the Terriers here in the 4th quarter. Back out of the shotgun now will be Hoffman, with Reno Gibson as lone back. Looking back to pass, had a man to his right. It's caught by a tight end there, number 86, Edmonds, who breaks for the end zone. Looked like he was going to be brought down. And, man, broke to that far corner. And it'll be 37-26, and just like that, the Terriers are only down 11.
Yeah. See, yeah. Extra point. Yeah, that's a big man out there. Marcus Edmonds. He's a junior, by the way. You'll see him next year.
Looks like he ought to be a sophomore at SIU.
Yeah.
Big man-child out there. 37-26 now, PAT pending. As Kelly's out there to try to make it 37-27. Snap is down. The kick is up. It's good. Right down the middle of the uprights there. Split them perfectly, and it's 37-27. So a 10-point game. This one's nowhere near over yet. Plenty of time for the Terriers. But that said, also plenty of time for the Rams to kill here and try maybe add a little bit of insurance. You got updates coming from just about everybody.
Yeah.
Pinckneyville's looking to make a run to the postseason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like you got everybody just about everywhere.
Yeah,
I
we
can
do.
see them coming in on the phone.
Yeah, they're all kinds. They're flying in here right now. Finals so far: CZR over Hamilton County, 28-7. Wait a minute. 36-21. Mount Carmel beats Jasper, Indiana.
That's a big win.
DuQuoin over Carterville, 34-12, and Pinckneyville beats Nashville, 38-14.
Those scores presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, call Tony Wilt, your local State Farm agent. Find them on the web at TonyWilt.com. And in Mount Vernon at 42nd Street and South Water Tower Place. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. 37-27 the score. Rams get the ball back here, barring an offside kick, which could be coming from the Terriers. Rams are going to sneak up just a little bit, and it's going to be a deep kick. The deep man Hunter backs up to the end zone, just puts that back foot on the goal line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Ram 20 here as we start this series. Man. Trying to keep you abreast of all the goings on in Southern Illinois football tonight. Follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. Like us on Facebook, WMIX Sports. It is a 37-27 ball game. Last check, Centralia was leading Cahokia with 6:40 to go, 28-14. We'll make sure that's still the time to go in that game. I'd have to assume that that is probably pretty close. Of course, when somebody sends me 6:30 left and no quarter attached to it, you're only left to assume.
Yep.
Under center, sometimes. Reeves. Split left and right. Burge on the left, Badger on the right this time. It's going to be a handoff to Mitchell. He won't get much if he got back to the original line of scrimmage, which was the 20. It looked like he did. It'll be second and about the same here for the Rams at the 11:20 mark. What a game tonight by the Rams. Now it's just a matter of killing some time.
Now it's a matter of finishing it out. You know what I mean? Not just watching the clock run, but finishing the job.
Well, and we'll see if they can do that here and pick up their first win on the year. 0-5 coming into tonight. A win would put them ahead of Carbondale. They would leapfrog Carbondale in the conference standings. And now it'll be play action. Reeves rolls to his left side, has a man bring him down. He actually got rid of him. They're going to call grounding.
Well, did he really get rid of it?
I thought he did. I thought
yeah,
he
there's a penalty. Yeah. And that's a shame because at that point he probably should take a sack and let the clock run instead of the penalty, and that'll be a loss of down.
Should be third.
They're going to give it
while.
again. Yeah, good official. Marion wins 27-16, by the way.
Wow. Good comeback win for the Wildcats.
Yeah. That too.
Sciences are starting to make an impact here. 10:46 is that weather change to go in the fourth.
And you remember Althoff led that game 16-0. 27 unanswered points.
Any word on if Ivy ever came in?
No, it did not.
Wow, that's a big win without him.
Yep.
So it'll be on the 15-yard line. It'll be third and 15 for the Rams, rather. With 10:46 to play in the fourth quarter. 37-27, Rams on top.
Because
exactly.
You don't want to give something up here that ends up going the other way.
And now the Terriers want a timeout. This timeout's presented by Ford Square of Mount Vernon, where the best never rest.
That gets him down to one timeout.
Why would you call it?
Why would you call timeout? You got Mount Vernon scrambling. Don't give them time to set something up. Don't understand that either.
That is not a wise timeout to call. And I mean, I'm not going to doubt Dan Custer. He's done great things down there in Carbondale. It just at this point of the ball game does not make sense to us to take that timeout there. 37-27 the score. Rams on top. 3rd and 15 from their own 15. They're pinned pretty far back. So we'll see if Carbondale's trying to design something here, trying to come up with a scheme. That remains to be seen at this point. Rams football, of course, is presented by Banterra Bank. With Banterra cell phone banking, you can check your accounts online right from half court. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. Some games going on tomorrow in the Black Diamond Conference. El Dorado is at Johnson City in a battle of teams that are 4-1. I believe both have lost to Carmi. Carmi 5-0 travels to Vienna 2-3. Those are both at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Then in the River to River, it's a rivalry game in Franklin County. The Benton Rangers travel to West Frankfort for a high noon start tomorrow. The Battle of Withers Broadcasting and Dana Communications. You can hear that game on AM 1300 and mywithersradio.com or Q106 and WQRLradio.com.
They only say it's a rivalry. Both sides can win. If not, it becomes homecoming.
Amen.
One side.
El Dorado game will be on WEBQ-FM 102.3 and WEBQradio.com. As we wait the snap, it's going to be play action. It was intended for Mitchell. Now a throw to Badger, but it's right through his hands, and it looks like it touched the ground. Should not be an interception.
Shouldn't be. Incomplete. Good call.
It'll be 4th and 15, and the Rams get a break there. Maybe give Carbondale a little bit worse field position.
Well, especially from our eyes, now you got to be aware of a block punt too, Chris. Got to be careful.
Of course, that Carmi-Vienna game is on WRUL 97.3 FM, the Tri-State Boomer, and WRUL.com. So Withers Broadcasting stations and Dana Communication stations busy tomorrow. Not to mention Sluky Football and the Withers Broadcasting Sluky Sports Network. They're at Western. And the punt will come from Joel Duncan. And indeed, it is blocked. And it'll go out of bounds at about the 27.
And you're behind the bullseye now.
We'll see where he's going to keep going on where it went out of bounds.
Boy.
Wow, the shadow was still in bounds at about the 25. So to be before the 25 would be inaccurate, but it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Terriers at the Ram 23 at the 10:34 mark of the 4th. Wow. It's not a very good break for the Rams there.
Well, here's another final. Heron has beat Harrisburg Knight 21-19.
Nice.
So that's a new one. Heron will go to 5-1 and 3-0 in the Ohio division.
I want to say I'm surprised, but
nah.
Mildly. First play from scrimmage this series will go to Bryce Reno Gibson. Look to go off tackle. Great stop there by the Rams to keep it at no gain.
Yeah, because he had running room, and that whole close click from this angle, you could see him have an opportunity to get outside. Luckily for Mount Vernon, they closed that up very quickly.
Jacob Williamson had the tackle with some help from Kyle Nelson coming up later.
I get the feeling as we roll under the 10-minute mark here, this game's long from over.
Oh, yeah. 37-27 is the score now. Rams up 10.
If you had the over on the game, you're doing well.
Terriers threatening. Rolling out to the left side.
That's a busted play. Because he was rolling out to his left, the quarterback was, and there is no receivers over here. That's a misread or a misplay or something. Just a bad run.
That's a sack of the 31 for a loss of 7. It'll be 3rd and 17 here for the Terriers. So the Ram defense keeps stepping up here. Just on that last series, the offense wasn't much help.
That's a busted play. Carbondale had nobody out here for him to throw to. I don't know what happened there. Drag pattern got drug.
Back out of the shotgun here. It's going to be a quick connect to Custer. Going to have to bring him down here, and it will. It'll be 4th down. As that was completed to about the 25 for a gain of 6. It'll be 4th and 11.
And you take that, Chris, because not only it's a short gain, doesn't do anything, doesn't get you a 1st down, and you keep him in balance, and that clock runs.
Well, the best thing now is they appear to be going for a field goal.
Really? I think you got to be heads up here for a fake. You got a quarterback holding.
Hence the appear.
Yes, and this is a 43-yarder. Interesting. Well, they got confidence.
Say he has a leg.
Well, I got legs too, but in this situation down 10,
4th and 11. We'll see. Here, snap is down. Kick is up, and that's a line drive. No good. Huge break for the Rams there, and I'm surprised by that. Though he shows the distance when they warm up, doesn't equate to game distance.
Exactly. It's like, okay, some guy goes to the driving range at the golf course and hits it 400 yards and then gets on the first tee and can't do anything. When you put those goalposts up and you put out of bounds of water and sand traps and rough, it tightens them up. And he flat line drived it about 5 foot off the ground or so. That was silly. I think if I'm Carbondale, you go for it there and try to score.
That'll be a turnover on downs. Well, not really.
2 or 3 first downs.
I don't know why I just said turnover on downs.
And Carbondale has 1 timeout the rest of the ball game. Remember that stat too.
No kidding. Wow.
I don't get it.
So baffled by that, I confused myself. 1st and 10 from the 20. A line drive on that 43-yard field goal attempt. It was nowhere near good. It's going to be a quick pitch coming on a sweep here by Travis Mitchell. Almost held up at the 25. Shakes to about the 27 on near hash.
Here is
gain of about 6. Will bring up 2nd and 4.
Don't fumble. Don't go out of bounds unless you have to.
Exactly. Kill that clock.
Yeah.
Help make your kids' future a victory by teaching them the importance of saving today with Banterra's Smart Kids Savings Account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. 8:15 to play here in the 4th quarter. Rams looking for win number 1, up 37-27. Have it 2nd and 2 from their own 28. They're going to stack up 2 on the left with Burge and then Mitchell in the slot. Badgers split right. Strickland's your tailback. Your right wing back is Jacob Williamson. And it is a handoff to Strickland. Runs off tackle, gets some nice blocking down to about the 40 along near hash. Gain of 12 will move the chains. It's 1st and 10.
We'll take it.
How cool would it be, and I'm being a little partial here, if we get to talk to Jared Shaner tomorrow after his first win as Rams head coach. A lot of time left, but anything can happen.
A lot of things to go. You got to take care of the football, keep that clock moving, as well as the chains.
It is unreal. See if we can get an updated Centralia Cahokia.
What I'm waiting on.
Wow! Orphans are up 41-14 over Cahokia. I'd
In
say
the
they're
fourth?
Yeah, I'd say they're in. It's going to be a quick pitch left side. There's Mitchell looking to shake somebody in the back
Staying
field.
bounds.
Now breaks to the left sideline, has first down yardage and more at midfield, 45.
Yes.
And he is out of bounds.
No,
So
yeah, they stopped it. Gosh. Stay in bounds.
But he got what, Danny? About
12.
Yeah, 12 on the play, and Travis Mitchell's been huge tonight. We have a problem for the first time this year, and that's don't know who is going to be the Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game. Support your Mount Vernon Rams with a Ram debit card from Community First Bank. Community First Bank is the only bank with debit cards tied to the Mount Vernon Rams, with a portion of the revenue going to Mount Vernon High School. Community First Bank, welcome back to Personal Banking. Reeves under center. It's a handoff to Strickland. Off tackle up the right between the hashes. Gain of about 7.
I think the Dauber's down for the Terriers. It's going to be a first win. Unless we do something and give one up and they run a quick button back. As long as we keep marching the ball like we are, right up the gut, right at them, little Big Ten football in November, Mount Vernon will get their first win against Carbondale.
If you would have told me before the season started the Centralia Orphans were going to be 6-0, I would have believed in the possibility, but still thought you were somewhat crazy. I mean, we knew they'd be improved, but they're making a run right now. Reeves is under center here. Double wing back set, split left Burge. Tailback is Strickland on 2nd and 3 from the 38. Rams up 37-27. Reeves will roll the near side, has the man chasing, and he'll be brought down by a horse collar in bounds.
Al, you know, it could be worse. And Reeves did a smart thing. Slid, got down, and kept that clock moving, and we'll run under 6 minutes. Close to 5.5 minutes now before Mount Vernon has to snap it. It'll be basically at the 5:30 mark before we have to really get excited about snapping it.
37-27. Rams are up 10, looking for win number uno on the year. They're going to leave one in the backfield. Williamson right slot, Badger split right. Mitchell's going to be left slot with Burge split left. Tailback is going to be Strickland. Reeves under center. Reeves immediately looks to his right. It's going to be fade route on the near sideline. Picked off by Williams. Did not get a foot in bounds. Was pushed down. It's going to be incomplete. Wow. Not sure about that, but yeah.
You're up by, and you threw it.
I know.
You got a break. Okay.
Kind of what I was thinking.
And we'll
off
move
guard,
on.
get the first down. I know.
Stop the clock.
I know.
Okay. There's no use trying to outthink people right now. Run that football and make them stop you. It's like NBA Jam back at the arcade in the mall. Keep going until you're red hot until somebody stops you.
Right. You're on fire till they make a basket. Flag will be waved off because we weren't sure what it was on, and as we're baffled, it's waved off.
Gosh.
5:26 to play in the fourth quarter.
Because now you're
37-27, Rams on top.
By stopping that clock, you're a touchdown and onside kick away from trouble brewing. Mr. Duncan needs to
avoid the blocked
Mr. Duncan does not need to kick to him. He needs to kick one way or the other, but don't kick at him.
Yeah, don't kick to Williams, who's set up at about the 13.
Look it over.
Here it comes.
And he kicked it right at him.
Kicks it right to him, but there to give chase is Badger.
Go get it.
That's going to take a Ram bounce down to about the 4. So 3.5-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Terriers at the 5:11 mark on a great punt by Joel Duncan that got a Ram bounce. But credit Leonte Badger for breaking free of his man on max protect and getting down there to give chase to Williams, who wasn't able to even get a clean look at a catch, decided against a fair catch, and then it bounces against their favor. Down to about the 3.5-yard line. They'll spot it on the 4. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Terriers with 96 yards to go.
Yep.
And that could be huge here.
Now some of the faithful file out. Won't leave yet, folks. Give these kids a little noise and fun here.
5:12 to play. Here in regulation, 37-27, Rams lead Carbondale. 1st and 10 for the Terriers. They make their way out of the huddle.
With 6 seconds to go. They're going to go on the play clock.
Play clock's at 2-1. They barely get snap off. Direct snap out of the Wildcat to Bryce Reno Gibson. Comes up the left side, past the hash, and was able to somehow break that tackle to 10 and get all the way to the 17 for a gain of 13 yards. Unbelievable.
Well, first down. They'll start this clock. We'll go under 5 minutes as we start to do a little clock watching here with Mount Vernon leading 37-27.
Terriers only have the one timeout. Let's keep that in mind as well. Snap again to Bryce Reno Gibson. He will run between the hashes, runs into his own man at about the 25, gets down to the 29, gain of 12 to be 1st and 10.
Another first down. Let's not get in the holiday season mode of giving yet here. Let's make it a little tougher than this.
You would think.
I would hope.
After holding up for so long, hate to see it possibly unravel here. 4:44 to play. Fourth quarter action. It'll be off tackle up the right side, and there's going to be a flag in the backfield.
Roll that one back.
Thought I saw
yards.
a hold. I'm not going to name who in case I'm wrong.
Yeah, 10 on Carbondale backwards from the line of scrimmage.
And so that'll push it back and keep it first down. Unbelievable. Centroy Orphans are going to the postseason.
Yeah. What was that one? 41-14
That's
final?
at last check.
Oh.
That's just up 41-14. Doesn't say final. But we'll get it figured out.
That's right up there
updated.
with the DuQuoin dominance at Carterville since they put that new field in. I remember when I saw the first playoff game down there and DuQuoin manhandled them. And then last year, DuQuoin was kind of underdog again, shut them out. And how they go down there again this year and beat
And
them.
that was quite the game.
And
that's
now,
after Carterville just got done beating Harrisburg at their place in overtime.
Carterville goes to 2-4. They'll probably win next week at Sparta 3-4 with Anna and Frankfurt left.
It's not pretty.
16-year streak is on the line because they do not have enough points.
No.
They have to win out.
Right. And now it'll be Hoffman out of the shotgun. Looks to come near sides. He dials his own number. There on the near hash, rather. Gets to about the 24.
Hey, if you want to run quarterback keepers the rest of the way, we'll just let you.
That'll bring up 2nd and 14.
Not that you and I have anything to do with it.
Right. As we're about the 4-minute mark of this fourth quarter on Rams football, of course, presented by Banterra Bank. Carbondale has the one timeout. Rams have two should it become necessary if Carbondale gets a couple scores, but time's a brewing here, and they're wasting it. We're below 4 minutes. Play clock's at 14. Should have snapped at about 20. Looking for the deep pass down the left side. Custer will come away with it at about the 44-yard line where he's pulled down by Blake Strickland. Then that'll move the chains and stop the clock briefly. It'll be 1st and 10.
Just enough to make us nervous.
37-27. Rams are up 10 here, trying to preserve their first win of the year against a Carbondale team that many thought would just come in and blow the Rams out.
Yeah, Carbondale. That's a long way from over. Can't count anything yet.
Hoffman looking for a deep pass again. Goes towards his right. Tipped away by Badger, and that's huge. Tipped away at the 46-yard line in Ram territory. And it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10, but the clock stops at 3:37.
2nd and 10.
Badger's been huge tonight.
Yes, he has. He has 8 catches tonight. We'll figure out the catch yardage here in a minute.
Leonte Badger, Clayton Reeves, Travis Mitchell all making supreme cases to be your player of the game.
Badger has 118 yards on 8 catches.
Wow.
I'll make a mark of that.
Unreal. 3:37 to go in the fourth. 2nd and 10 for the Terriers after the incomplete pass tipped by Badger. Ball's at the 44. He looks right side again, does Hoffman. Thomas Weber tried to tip that one away, but it was brought. Oh, I thought he brought it down in bounds there on that far sideline, but no.
No.
So that's an incomplete pass that was intended for Williams. He
Well,
was about the 42-yard line in Ram territory.
Well, the way the Rams were acting.
So Weber did get a piece of that.
Yep.
Thomas Weber, who is a sophomore, stands 6'4", so that height came in handy there. 3rd and 10. Ball still in the 44 for the Terriers, who are out of shotgun. Rams looked like they're lined up off sides. Here it comes, looking near side. Hoffman has it tipped away. Grider tipped it away, and that's huge. Robert Grider stood about the near sideline at about the 41-yard line, I believe is where he was, and tips it away. It'll be 4th and 10 Terriers. 3:26 to go in the game. 37-27 Rams on top. They need one more stop here. And then to kill some time and run the football. One more stop is all it needs right now. 4th and 10. And the Rams kill a timeout here.
Interesting.
This timeout is presented by Ford Square Mount Vernon. Fuel economy has been redefined with the all-new 2011 Ford Fiesta with up to 40 miles per gallon highway. It's a pretty big deal. Ford Square, where the best never rest. I'm astonished by that. Timeout here for the Rams to talk it over, and This is kind of where Carbondale did the same thing earlier. You call the timeout, your back's to the wall, you give the other team a chance to prepare. The team with the football.
Yeah, but this is crucial because you do not want to give a touchdown to Carbondale, because if you do, it's the onside kick that's going to be happening. So you got to take care of business, as they say.
Astonishing. The Central A Orphans unofficially 6-0.
Yeah.
Still don't have that final, but up 41-14, you have to assume. And, with the Rams heading to Cahokia next week, what'll happen?
Mount Vernon, maybe.
Maybe some momentum. Will it be what happens a year ago? Go 0-5, win 3, and then see what happens in Week 9. Those Central A Orphans are going to be mighty tough at their place at Jimmy Evers Field. 4th and 10 for the Terriers. Ball on their own 44. Rams in prevent here with the safety dropping back, and Reeves, the safety, charges. It's tipped away by Badger. Leonte Badger, another tip, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 Rams from the Carbondale 44.
1 first down, it's over.
And the Rams are 3 minutes and 22 seconds away from winning here tonight. Wow. Oh, man. How about that from Leonte Badger? And I know I've had people texting and emailing who they think it should be. Some say give it to Clayton Reeves. He's had 2 interceptions defensively. He's been able to connect for 3 touchdowns. But, man, Leonte Badger's made a case for himself as well with a big block to allow Strickland to get the touchdown. He's had some passes batted away, and he has 8 receptions for 118 yards and 2 TDs. Split to the right, Badger. Split to the left. It'll be Burge. Man in motion is Mitchell. It's going to be a quick pitch left side. Sweep coming. Traffic at the 40. He hurdles over a guy at the 35. Falls to the 30. We'll see where they spot it. Could be a gain as many as 13 because they're going to spot it about the 31. So it'll be 1st and 10. The clock will stop for the chains.
Mitchell's got 98 yards rushing.
Man. Of course, this is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting, as we're 9 past the bottom of the hour. On a Friday night from the King City, the Rams looking for their first win of this high school football season with Reeves under center now, giving some wing-back protection there. Same formation here for the orange and black. Not as much orange as it is black. It's a handoff to Strickland, looking to break for it. At the 20, in between the hashes, falls about the 16. And that is going to be 1st down yardage for the Rams on a 16-yard gain by Blake Strickland.
Strickland's charging. Big.
Strick looks healthy.
Yep.
And that is half the battle.
Yep.
On a Rams team that is so oft injured this year, seems like somebody new is hurt. By the way, in case you missed our Facebook post and our Twitter post, C.J. Lloyd suffered a concussion last week. That's all it ended up being, not to downplay the seriousness of a concussion, but it could have been much worse, so we're glad that's all it was, even though they'll still have to monitor that closely. 1st and 10 for the Rams on the Carbondale 17, 2:23 mark of the 4th. To Strickland again, comes left side as he bounced off the tackle. It'll be down to about the 10, gain of 7, brings up 2nd and 3. Man, the Rams just keep going, and as I brag about his health, Strick's still down, but there's still a couple guys on top of him. Now he can get up, and it looks like he's fine. 2nd and 3 for the Rams. The clock will continue to roll as we hit the 2-minute mark of the ballgame.
I think Carbondale's to a point. They're about done. I think you can put this one in the book.
2 straight years, the Rams come up against the Terriers 0-5, and they're a minute 48 away from defeating them for their first win for the 2nd consecutive year. Reeves under center. He'll have 2 on the left with Badger on the right side. Williamson in motion. It's going to go to Strickland.
It's all right.
He'll get a yard, but that keeps the clock running. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Carbondale's not in a hurry to waste their timeout. I think they've conceded this one, Mr. Hugo.
We'll see when that clock strikes 0. 37-27. Rams lead late in the 4th quarter. A minute 20 to play. They're going to kill some time off the clock with 3rd and 2 from the 8.
Makes you wonder. Centralia struggled at home to beat Carbondale. Then Carbondale comes here and Mount Vernon beats Carbondale, but you can't do the A over B, B over C thing. I detest that.
Here's the thing. It was a Centralia team that many thought would run over the Rams last year. 7 interceptions later, Rams win that one. And it's a handoff to Strick. Looks like he has 1st down yardage now as he's about to the 5, but we'll see where they spot.
Some people forgot what station we're on.
That happens. 47 seconds to go in the ball game. The Rams are going to improve to 1-5 on the year. Yes, 1-5 on the year. as Carbondale burns that timeout, 43.4-second mark, presented by Ford Square King City Chrysler Center here in Mount Vernon, where the best never rest. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski on WMIX online at mywithersradio.com tonight with streaming video. Of course, it's homecoming week here, and the Rams will be 1-5 with a homecoming night win here at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. My, oh my, what a night of football. I don't even know if I should ask who forgot where we were. Could be anybody. So the spot is official. It's a first down. At this point, if you're the Rams, just got to take a knee.
Down it.
And take a knee.
It's over.
And that's all it'll be.
That's it. One snap.
And that depends on when they start the play clock.
Well, that's why I say you got to wait till the play clock starts, and then you got to go from there and start that, do your math. And too many players are moving south down here on this part of the end zone, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jared Shaner gets a water bath, as some people are calling me and don't understand that we're still working. I've told those people I will get them scores.
Wouldn't have to be a former.
Yeah, it's an official.
Oh,
it's
okay.
a white hat back from the Harrisburg game.
I gotcha.
I talked to him yesterday, and I said...
Reeves takes the first knee, and the clock will roll.
Yeah.
So we'll see when they roll the play clock if they're going to have to even do another one. They will, but whether they're going to have to do two more or just one more. It'll just have to be one more. 2nd and goal for the Rams from the 6, and Reeves will take another knee, and that'll wrap her up. 37-27, your final. The Rams win tonight over Carbondale on homecoming night. Win number 1 of the year. 1-5 as the Rams fans are on their feet as time is about to expire. And the Carbondale Terriers will leave here below the Mount Vernon Rams in the South 7 rankings at 1-2. 1-5 for the Rams, 1-2 for both the Rams and Terriers in the conference. And that'll be it. The Rams pick up win number 1, 37-27 over the Terriers. We have your Bean Insurance postgame show coming up. We'll tell you all about it. This is Rams football presented by Banterra Bank.
What happens when you add a new voice and more coaches' interviews to the Saturday Sports Show? You get 2 hours of talk you can't afford to miss. If you really want to stay up to date, you'll reserve a preset for AM 940 this Saturday, immediately following the 8 o'clock news. Beware, other sports shows are just talk. The new Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and mywithersradio.com, presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. You can count on us.
Hi, Roy Schmidt at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. The 2012 Ford Focus goes beyond fun and enjoyable. In the Focus, you will discover a dynamic design and an addictive driving experience, and technology and interior ergonomics that wrap around and plug you into something that is definitely more than just a car. We have a great selection of the 2012 Ford Focus in stock at Ford Square and ready for immediate delivery. Also, expect up to 40 miles per gallon on the highway. The 2012 Ford Focus is a new sedan you definitely want to check out at Ford Square, Mount Vernon, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where the best never rests.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When you want the best, think the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. The Orthopedic Center has the unique distinction of being one of only 2 non-academic accredited orthopedic teaching and research facilities in the state of Illinois. Our goal in education is to inspire the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. Patient care, education, and research are our core strengths. Located on Veterans Memorial Drive, Mount Vernon, and St. Mary's Good Samaritan Centralia campus, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Discover the difference.
I could see into the future. You know what I want to know? I want to know how the whole thing is going to turn out. Did I make the right decisions for my business? Helping my daughter memorize all 50 states in alphabetical order. Did it really matter?
Understanding that the future is about planning, not worrying,
is why Erie Insurance is above all in service. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you.
Your Erie agent in Mount Vernon is the Bean Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 242-6017.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX. The Bean Insurance postgame show starts now.
And welcome back to J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Mount Vernon Rams pick up their first win on the 2011 season. It comes at the hands of the team that gave them their first win last year, the Carbondale Terriers. 37-27 is your final. Rams defeated them 35-19 at Blyer Field a season ago. So the Rams a big win here tonight. Bean Insurance, of course, is an independent agency that can do the insurance shopping for you. Bean Insurance has multiple top insurance companies to choose from with great rates for your family. Call Bean Insurance at 242-6017. That is 242-6017. We have plenty of scores coming your way here shortly, of course. Because I was trying to find some of my own, and then I forgot 3A, 4A doesn't apply to the level of football we're interested in. Thinking in terms of the 4-class sports. So all for naught there on that check. But we'll have plenty of scores coming your way afterwards. We'll have the Heartland Accounting post-game stats coming up in just a bit as well here on the Bean Insurance post-game show. Rams win tonight, 37-27. Danny, a pretty good ball game throughout for the Mount Vernon Rams.
Yeah, and best game of the year.
Oh, yeah.
And best game all the way through. Complete job done. Mount Vernon goes to 1-5. And also in the conference, 1-2. Carbondale drops to 3-3 and 1-2 in the conference. And again, it is a very interesting night, and you wonder if Mount Vernon healthy, what ifs could have been the first 5 weeks. But again, it's good to get a win, especially at homecoming, get Jared Chander's first victory.
Well, and the key thing about it is now you take a look at the conference standings. Koki is at the bottom at 0-3. Next is Carbondale at 1-2. The Rams leapfrog the Terriers because of the head-to-head at 1-2. Altop is actually in third at 1-2, and then you have the Orphans and Wildcats both at 3-0, which because of no head-to-head matchup. The Orphans are actually atop the conference race because they're undefeated, and Marion has that one loss, if I remember the South 7 Conference bylaws correctly. So that's a very interesting scenario. Again, if you're just joining us, the Rams beat the Terriers tonight 37-27 behind 3 touchdown passes by Clayton Reeves. He also had a couple of interceptions defensively, not thrown, defensively. Yes, he did have, I think, 1 interception from the passing game, so he is +1 personally in the turnover ratio. And then you had Blake Strickland with a heck of a night. Leonte Badger had a bunch of tipped passes in the defensive secondary. And we'll get to all of that as I'm kind of taking the thunder away from our Heartland Accounting post-game stats coming up here in just a bit. We'll take a break. Again, your final, Mount Vernon Rams 37, Carbondale Terriers 27. This is the Bean Insurance post-game show on WMIX.
Daydreaming of owning a home? People's National Bank can help your dreams become a reality. We are excited to offer Smart Move mortgages. Smart Move offers affordable fixed-rate financing, down payment assistance,
Did you get a Centralia
and
final?
cost assistance for qualified borrowers. Call me, Joy Schrader, mortgage specialist, at 241-6928 today for details. People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, are you thinking of starting your own business? Or maybe you already own your own business and have tax questions? Call Heartland Accounting today. At Heartland Accounting, we specialize in small business planning. Let us help you with your business bookkeeping, sales taxes, payroll taxes, or maybe just some solid business advice. Get started right, and let us help you make your business a success. Call Heartland Accounting of Mount Vernon today at 244-7077 or stop by 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
Let's go back out to the gridiron on WMIX.
And welcome back to the Bean Insurance postgame show. Chances are you're paying too much for auto insurance. Discounts await at the Bean Insurance Agency. You won't know how much you can save until you give them a call. Bean Insurance 242-6017. That's 242-6017. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski here on WMIX, online at mywithersradio.com. Still is the imagery of watching the Rams celebrate on the field, if you're watching our high-quality video on mywithersradio.com, is second to none. Just to see the passion and pride displayed out there. But nonetheless, we need to visit our Heartland Accounting postgame stats.
First downs, Mount Vernon with 18. Carbondale with 14. Turnovers are even at 2. Mount Vernon was penalized 7 for 42 yards, while Carbondale 7 for 47 yards. The rushing department, Mount Vernon 181 to 117. Passing department, Mount Vernon 177 to 163. And the Rams with 358 yards total to 380 yards for Carbondale. Travis Mitchell, the rushing leader for Mount Vernon, 13 carries, 98 yards, and a touchdown. Bryce Reno Gibson, 13 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown for Carbondale. Clayton Reeves, 11 of 21. 1 interception, 3 touchdown passes, 177 yards. His favorite target tonight, Leona Badger, 8 catches for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. Justin Hoffman for Carbondale, 8 of 20 passing, 163 yards and a touchdown. His favorite 2 targets, Intrell Williams caught 1 pass for 55, and Cade Kester caught 3 catches for 36 yards. As Mount Vernon wins tonight, 37-27.
Get started right. Let Heartland Accounting help make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B. Your small business expert. Wow. Some pretty impressive stats calculated by Heartland Accounting through Danny Czerwinski, of course, and we appreciate all of those. Why don't we go ahead? Actually, we'll come back with a scoreboard update a little bit later, wrap up on some finals, but we'll remind you, independent agencies keep the customer in mind. Bean Insurance has relationships with dozens of insurance companies, allowing you to get the right price with the right service, regardless of your personal history. Call Bean Insurance or stop by for the right coverage with a personal touch. The Rams 37, the Terriers 27 a final. We'll come back with your Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game and one more scoreboard update. This is Rams football on WMIX.
When it comes to bone and joint care, only one name should come to mind: the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Your fellowship-trained physician's first priority is specialized orthopedic care, ranging from total joint replacement and spine surgery to shoulder surgery and sports medicine. Our surgeons provide a wide range of specialized treatments that are unparalleled anywhere in Southern Illinois. Located on Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon and St. Mary's with Samaritans in campus, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Discover the difference.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. If you are looking for a bank that still has people in the lobby, personally answers your phone calls, and is focused exclusively on Jefferson County, stop by and see us. We have safe deposit boxes, free checking with free internet banking, and debit cards tied to the Mount Vernon Rams, Ina Hornets, and Woodlawn Cardinals. Coming soon, debit cards tied to St. Mary's Knights with a portion of the revenue generated by your use donated back to your school. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX. Time now for the Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game.
And here we go. Time for your Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game on WMIX and online at mywithersradio.com. If you're wondering what in the world's going on mywithersradio.com, we are zooming in and giving you a foreshadowance of your Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game. There he is online. On your radio, we find out, Danny, he is
Clayton Reeves.
Your quarterback is your player of the game tonight because he was more than a quarterback. He was a safety that ran a pick six. So Clayton Reeves responsible for 4 touchdowns tonight, 3 through the air, and then, of course, you had the pick six that he returned for a touchdown. So Clayton Reeves, if you're watching online at mywithersradio.com, you can see him talk to Mrs. Duncan. And you can hear us tell you who he's talking to, kind of how radio works. And so Clayton Reeves, for his hellacious effort tonight, is your Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game. Community First Bank with more Jefferson County locations than anyone else. Locally owned with decisions made here. Proud supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams and Jefferson County with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. And I'm not going to try to spoil anything for you. He's your Ram of the Week as well.
Yeah.
But let's go with the scoreboard.
All right, scoreboard update. Finals from the South 7 Conference tonight. Those that are driving back into Mount Vernon have informed me.
Yeah, those are listening on AM 940 have been waiting
AM
patiently.
940. Here we go. Mount Vernon beats Carbondale tonight 37-27. Centralia beats Cahokia 41-20. Marion beats Althoff 27-16. In the River to River tonight, Ohio Division, Heron over Harrisburg 21-19. Murfreesboro over Massac County 36-34. AJ beats Sparta 57-12. In the Mississippi Division tonight, DuQuoin over Carterville 34-12. It was Anna Jonesboro over Sparta 57-12. And it was Nashville losing to Pinckneyville 38-15. In the DuQuoin Carterville series, 3 games at Carterville's new turf field with DuQuoin. The Indians have outscored the Lions 121-13. In the Black Diamond tonight, 2 finals. Cesar Valera Waltonville Woodlawn beats Fairfield 28-18. CZR beats Hamilton County 28-7. Last report, we're still tracking. Chester led Alvarado Trico 44-12 in the fourth quarter. And then one final non-conference. Mount Carmel, Illinois beat Jasper, Indiana tonight 36-21. And that is your entire scoreboard list of scores from the area tonight.
You can find them on Twitter at 94 Sports, on Facebook, WMIX Sports. Here in the not-too-distant future. I believe Twitter's already taken care of, though.
Yeah, give or
More
take.
likely.
I'm going to polish
give
it
or
up
take.
later. Yes.
There you go. Any scores that surprised you tonight? Don't say this one. Even though it did.
I'll go say, let me look here real quick. The score that surprises me the most, as I look through the scores, Cesar-Valere beats Fairfield on the road 28-18.
That's big at the train yard. That was for the conference championship 2 years ago.
Alleged confirmation of Chester is 56-12 Chester. That's still being tracked down. The best part, you're welcome, those that one that's listening, Fairfield losing at home to Cesar-Valere, Waltonville Woodlawn. That's a big win for the Red Devils. They go to 3-3, and then the Red Devils will go to Carmine next Friday. Fairfield drops to 3-3. They will go to Johnston City next Friday.
Yikes.
So two teams going in different directions there. That's the one that stands out for me, and, of course, we're going to have John Shadowins tomorrow morning on a Saturday sports show at 8:30.
Of course, that scoreboard update is brought to you by Tony Wilt State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, visit your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt, on 42nd Street in Mount Vernon, or online at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, click in like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Let's run down that Saturday sports show lineup from what we know thus far. Still a couple of vacancies for the show tomorrow. We know we'll have Jared Shaner to lead things off, followed by John Shadowins of the Cesar-Valere Waltonville Woodlawn Red Devils at about 8:30. Have we confirmed the 8:40 we discussed?
I've sent a text out. That's a possibility.
Okay.
We're waiting on that.
So we'll figure that out. We have a couple to a few vacancies.
Yep.
We'll lead off the second hour with WSIL Sports Director Darren Kennard, get his thoughts on how the season's going down now as we have teams already guaranteed postseason berths, Centralia Orphans. And as we...
Carmine Bulldogs. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what... Yeah.
Yeah.
There you have it. And then we'll talk to Quinn McClure, of course. Talk Rams golf and how they finished second in the South 7 Conference. We'll even try to tell you what's going on in the area tomorrow as I try to wrap this up before I sneeze. 37-27, the Rams beat Carbondale here tonight. 37-27, your final, their first win of the year. Now sitting in fourth place in the South 7 Conference at 1-2. So we'll be back on the air, I believe, not until Friday when we're at Cahokia. No volleyball this week, but our next broadcast will be football on Friday night at Cahokia. 6:40 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff right here on WMIX and online with video at mywithersradio.com. For Danny Czerwinski, for Jeff Crow, for Reese Barnfield back at the studio, and for everyone at Withers Broadcasting, thank you for listening and watching the Mount Vernon Rams football on the various media. I'm Chris Hugo. Your final score as the Rams improved to 1-5 on the season. The Mount Vernon Rams 37, the Carbondale Terriers 27. Good night.
Thank you for listening to